All right. Good morning, Maurice. We were in chapter number 1, right? We were trying to complete chapter number 1, where we try to understand what are the tax rates for various people. The first person we discussed is individual. Then we went to HUFs, AOP, BOI, AJP. We did both normal regime and special regime. We did both normal regime and special regime. Then we came and discussed what happens for a firm, then for a company, and then finally we ended with what is happening for a cooperative society. What is happening for a cooperative society? We told there are some special regimes which is there. We were going to discuss those special regimes in the next chapter. Yes, before we go to the next chapter, we have some special tax rates now in income tax. We have what? We have some special tax rates in income tax. If you remember, if you had done inter, you would have remembered that what happens is generally all income tax rates are given in Finance Act. All income tax rates are given in Finance Act, but there are some rates. There are some rates which income tax came and said, no, I don't want it to be a part of Finance Act. I know this number is final. I know this number is final. I don't want it to be a part of Finance Act. It is okay if I itself prescribe it. It is okay if I itself prescribe it. Who's I? Income tax. Yes. So what happened is income tax came and said, there are certain rates which I will itself prescribe for you called as special tax rates. Called as what? Special tax rates. Now these special tax rates, income tax has prescribed. Who has prescribed? Income tax has prescribed. If income tax is prescribed, Finance Act gives you a normal rate. Finance Act gives you a normal rate. It comes and says every income is taxable at slab. But income tax is coming and saying there are certain income which is taxable at special rates. There are certain incomes which is taxable at special rates. Hey, which one will prevail? Will income tax prevail or Finance Act prevail? Obviously, income tax will prevail because income tax is coming and giving a specific rate. Income tax is giving a specific rate. In simple words, you would have learnt it in your interpretation of statutes also, that any special provision prevails over general provision. Any special provision prevails over general provision, and therefore income tax is coming and saying, I am giving you certain rates. I am giving you certain rates. If I give you the certain rates, that rate is final. That rate is final. You will consider my rate only. You will consider my rate only. Balance items which are not covered in my rates, you will give normal rates. Balance item which you give is normal rates, which means what I am giving to you is mandatory provision or optional provisions. Can I come and say, no, I don't want income tax rate, I can do finance rate? Possible, not possible? Not possible. Yes, every rate which is given to you is mandatory. Every rate which is given to you is mandatory. Rahul, what are you talking about? First one is called as casual income. What income? Casual income. What does casual income mean? Any kind of income from lottery, crossword puzzle, all those things. Yes, you're talking about any kind of incomes coming from lottery, crossword puzzle, then horse race winnings, some more, gambling, etc., etc. Yes, this is the first kind of income. In the first kind of income tax came and said, boss, I will not let it do Finance Act. I will not let you do Finance Act rates. I want to give a special rate. I want to give a special rate. What is the special rate, Rahul? They came and said you can do directly 30%. They said I directly want tax of 30%. I directly want tax of 30%, which means let's take a simple example. Example is you have salary income of 4 lakhs. How much? Salary of 4 lakhs, and then you have lottery of 1 lakh. You have lottery of 1 lakh. Total income becomes 5 lakhs. Now, in this total income of 5 lakhs, tell me which one is prescribed by Finance Act? Salary or lottery? Lottery is prescribed by income tax. Salary is prescribed by Finance Act. So, Finance Act kamala you will put slab. Income tax kamala you will put 30%. You will put 30%, which means if you try to do for the first 2.5 lakhs, salary is 0. Yes, no, 4 lakhs or income, 2.5 lakhs, salary is 0. I am doing alternate regime. I am doing alternate regime. For the first 2.5 lakhs, it becomes 0. Micha 1.5 lakhs will be taxable at the rate of 5%. Micha 1.5 lakhs will be taxable at the rate of 5%. Number will become 7,500. 7,500. It will become 7,500. No. If you notice, your total income is 5 lakhs. Your total income is 5 lakhs. You will come and say, Rahul, up to 5 lakhs and all, you will have 20%. No. 2.5 to 5 lakhs is 5%. So, therefore, this balance 1 lakh should also be 5%. No. Income tax is coming and saying because it is prescribed by Finance Act, this will be taxable directly at the rate of 30%. Number becomes 30,000. Number directly becomes 30,000. So therefore, this will become 37,500. Now, if you notice, income is 5 lakhs, which means you are poor. You are poor, which means you are eligible for rebate. You are eligible for rebate. Now, normally, like I told you, it is tax payable or 12,500, whichever is lower, because we told up to 5 lakhs, everything is non-taxable. Up to 5 lakhs, everything is non-taxable. The exception is special tax rates, because in this case, what will happen? You will get a maximum of 12,500. So, although your income is less than 5 lakhs, you are only eligible for a rebate of 12,500, leaving you with a tax of 25,000. Leaving you with a tax of 25,000. Idukku mele you will put a health and education cess at the rate of 4%. Number becomes 1,000. Therefore, it is 26,000. Therefore, it is 26,000, which means even though your income is up to 5 lakhs, there may be a possibility of tax. There may be a possibility of tax. Two reasons. Reason number one, LTCG under 112A, because adik mele rebate is not eligible. Adik mele rebate is not eligible. Second scenario is if you have some special tax rates. You have some special tax rates. In those two scenarios, even if your income is up to 5 lakhs, you may end up with a tax payable. You may end up with a tax payable. Notice what is happening. The moment you have any special incomes, you will directly be taxable at 30%. You will directly be taxable at 30%. You do not get any kind of Finance Act benefits. You do not get any kind of Finance Act benefits. With me till here? With me till here? Yes. Can we go forward? Okay, this is your first income. What income? Casual income. This is your first income, which is casual income. The rules are very simple. Rule number one, they are saying taxable is 30%. Taxable is 30%. Idhila second rule, they are coming and saying, second rule, they are coming and saying no expenses for you. No expenses for you. Rahul, for lottery winning, I paid some money for getting the ticket. Yes or no? I got a 1 lakh rupees lottery, 1,000 rupees I paid for the ticket. Technically, my money is 99,000. Technically, my income is 99,000. Income tax says no. Income tax says 1 lakh you earned, 1 lakh is your income. 1 lakh you earned, 1 lakh is your income. I will not allow a single expense. I will not allow a single expense. So, no expenses allowed to you. Then, no loss. No loss. Appadina enna arthu, Rahul? They are coming and saying, Rahul, if you have 1 lakh of income from lottery, 1 lakh of income from lottery, and you have 10,000 of business loss. You have 10,000 of business loss. Can you set off this business loss and come and say lottery is 90,000? No. You have to pay tax on that full 1 lakh. You have to pay tax on the full 1 lakh. Then, no basic exemption limit. No basic exemption limit. Appadina enna arthu, Rahul? The example is like this. What happened is you were looking at your income statement. You are looking at your income statement. Today in the current year, you got a salary of 1 lakh. How much you got? Salary of 1 lakh. And you got a lottery of 1 lakh 50. You got a lottery of 1 lakh 50. Your total income is 2 lakh 50. Your total income is 2 lakh 50. Ideally, if your income is up to 2 lakh 50, tax is 0. Which means salary kamala tax you know is 0. Because salary is only 1 lakh. Salary is only 1 lakh. Can you come and say, Rahul, lottery is also part of slab, therefore no tax on this? No. You still have to pay tax on this 1 lakh 50 at the rate of 30%. At the rate of 30%, which will become 45,000. It will become 45,000. Yes or no? Yes. So they are coming and saying, Rahul, even if you have a basic exemption limit which is wasted, you cannot still utilize that. You cannot still utilize that. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Next, they are coming and saying no chapter 6A deduction. No chapter 6A deduction. They are coming and saying, Rahul, even if you have paid any chapter 6A money, let's say 80C, 80D, all those things you have done, can you set off against lottery? No, not permitted to set off against lottery as well, which means you, in simple words, have to pay the full tax on the lottery. You have to pay full tax on the lottery. If you have earned the lottery money, tax will come on that. Tax will come on that. You cannot reduce your lottery at any point of time. You cannot reduce your lottery at any point of time. Will be taxable, fully taxable, still taxable. You can claim chapter 60 on the salary income. You cannot claim chapter 60 on the Lottery income. Okay, so this income will not be applicable for chapter 6A. Any normal slab rate incomes you have, you can claim chapter 6A. You can claim chapter 6A. This is what the policy is. Yes, so which means if your income statement has anything called as lottery, you have to tax it fully. If you tax it fully, no deduction, no loss, no exemption, no nothing will come to you. Lottery will become fully taxable. Anything else you have, you use your normal income. You use with your normal income. The only thing which you are permitted is rebate. The only thing which are applicable is rebate. Hey, even if you earn lottery, you are still poor. Even if you are earning lottery, you are still poor, which means rebate can still be claimed. Rebate can still be claimed. No one is going to ask you for rebate or not. Yes. So rebate can still be claimed. The example which we did right now. The example which we did right now, rebate is permissible. Rebate is permissible. Clear? Clear? Yes. Rahul. What surcharge and all will apply? Normal surcharge rates. And normal cess. Normal surcharge rate, normal cess rate, both are the same. Both are the same. You will continue to apply that, which means Rahul, if your lottery income has gone totally, all your income together has gone beyond 5 crores, will lottery income have a surcharge of 37? Yes, it will also have a surcharge of 37. Normal surcharge rates will apply. Normal surcharge rates will apply. Don't worry, right now I'm giving you the theory. In my book, you will find it in a summary format. You find it in a summary format, we'll read the summary. Right now I'm just explaining everything off. Clear? Yes. This is your first special income called as casual income. Called as casual income. The next income is an amendment for the current year. The next income is a amendment for the current year. We call it as online winnings. What winnings? Online winnings. Rahul, what the hell is this online winnings? A recent amendment in the current year. Of late, what has happened is people have started playing all these online games a lot. If you notice in YouTube and all, nowadays gaming and all has become very famous. In the online, Rummy Circle, Dream 11, all those things. Those have become extremely famous things. Yes, India right now, many people are earning money from that itself. They may not be working and all so much, they are earning too much money from there itself. Therefore, in the current year, they introduced this new concept called as online winnings, where they came and said, if you are going to earn any income from online games, if you're going to earn any income from online games, that income is also taxable at the rate of 30%. It will also be taxable at the rate of 30%. You now have something called as online winnings. You now have something called as online winnings. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Provisions are same as above. Baki everything is same as above. Why Rahul distinction kuthirukanga? The reason is very simple. I'll tell you how an online game works. Okay, think about it and tell me with this. What is happening is you are a person who's going to play in Rummy Circle. What are you going to play? Rummy Circle. Have you seen this Rummy Circle game app? Yes. What will happen is you will put your own money first. You will put your own money first. Gamble panvinga. Yes, you will put your money in that Rummy Circle. You will play games and you will get back money. You'll play games and you'll get back money. So what has happened is there is Rahul. There is Rahul. Rahul is going to put 1 lakh money into the pot. We call it a spot. We call it a spot. Yes, if you see, gambling and all, they'll put pot, no? So what happened is Rahul put 1 lakh money in the pot. Rahul got back 2,30,000. Okay, at the end of the year, when Rahul opened his pot, he found out that the money is showing 2,30,000. Hey, I initially put 1 lakh into the pot. At the end of the year, I'm seeing my pot is showing 2,30,000, which means how much have I earned as income? I have earned 1,30,000. Yes or no? Yes. Rahul, what is this? This is my non-taxable deposit. Yes or no? I put my own money. Hey, if I put my own money, 2,30,000 has that 1 lakh also. 2,30,000 has that 1 lakh also. If 2,30,000 is having that 1 lakh, will I be taxable for that 1 lakh rupees? No, because it is my money got me back. It is my money got me back, which means the next amount is what is taxable. The next amount is what is taxable. What is this 2,30,000, Rahul? This 2,30,000 is my closing balance. Yes or no? I opened my pot. I'm seeing in the end of the year it is showing 2,30,000. I put current year money as 1 lakh. I put current year money as 1 lakh, which means my taxable money is only 1,30,000. Yes or no? Yes, this is example number 1. In this, my online winnings is how much? 1,30,000. My winnings is 1,30,000. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now you are in next year. You are in next year. If next year you start, next year 2,30,000 will become your opening balance. Yes or no? 2,30,000 will become your opening balance, because that is the money which is showing current year. That is the money which is showing current year. Now today, this year, you wanted to go big. You wanted to go big. You wanted to play in big games. You wanted to play in big games, which means you need to put more money, less money. You want to put more money. So what happened is, current year you put 10 lakhs extra. Current year you put 10 lakhs extra. This is called as non-taxable deposit again. This is called as non-taxable deposit. With me till here? Yes, yes. Now, you had put to 2,30,000 in the start of the year. You additionally put 10 lakhs in the middle of the year. At the end of the year, you opened your account. You found the account is showing 42 lakhs. How much is the account showing? 42 lakhs. What is this 42 lakhs? This is called as your closing balance. This is called as your closing balance. Now tell me, in this, what is my current year winning? In this, what is my current year winning? What is my current year winning? It is 19 lakh. How much 19 lakh? 42 is my closing balance. 230 is what I initially had. 10 lakhs I additionally deposited, which means I currently have deposited 12,30,000. I have earned 42 lakhs, which means my difference will become 42 minus 1230. Number 29 lakh 70,000. This will become your winnings. Yes or no? I'm doing simple accounts, man. I'm doing simple accounts where I'm simply coming and saying that my balance in the end of the year is showing 42 lakhs. I have deposited 10 lakhs. I have my opening balance as 2,30,000, which means my winnings will become 29,70,000. Why is Rahul you're considering opening balance also? Because understand, on the 2,30,000 you've already considered last year. In that 2,30,000, 1,30,000 was income of last year, and 1 lakh was deposit of last year, which means those have already been considered last year. Those have already been considered last year. Will I exclude them? No, because if I exclude them, my income will increase. If my income increases, I will pay additional tax. Are they same 1,30,000? I will pay tax last year also, current year also. Not required. Not required. Therefore, I'm coming and saying, Rahul, opening balance also you remove off. Opening balance also you remove off. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Now, third example. You are having this opening balance of 29,70,000. You're having this opening balance of 29,70,000. Current year, you again wanted to go big. You again wanted to go big. So you again deposited 5 lakhs. How much did you deposit? 5 lakhs. Yes or no? Yes. Now you have deposited 5 lakh rupees. Totally, your pot is having 34,70,000. 34,70,000. Now in this 34,70,000, Rahul, I started playing games. And current year I have big money right now. I thought, let's spend some money. So in the middle of the year itself, I withdrew some 8 lakh rupees. In the middle of the year itself, I have done what? I have withdrawn this money. Possible? Not possible? Possible. Yes. Now I am closing the year. Closing year book is showing 64 lakhs. Closing year pot is showing 64 lakhs. The pot is coming and saying, Rahul, today your pot is showing 64 lakhs. Now I need to find out my winnings. Question to you. Had you not withdrawn that 8 lakhs? Had you not withdrawn the 8 lakhs, your pot in the closing balance would have been more or less. Would have been more or less. Had you not withdrawn that 8 lakh rupees, 64 would have become 72 or 64 would have become 56. It would have become 72, which means that 8 lakh rupees is also your income. Yes or no? 8 lakh rupees is also your income. Your closing balance should have been more. Your closing balance should have been more, which means on the 8 lakh rupees, if you include 64, then only your income will be better. Normally, what I was doing in the earlier case, I was doing closing balance minus non-taxable minus deposit, opening balance. I was doing closing balance minus non-taxable minus opening balance. In this scenario, if you do 64 minus 5 minus 29, 64 minus 5 minus 29, what will happen? You will end up losing that 8 lakhs. Because department will come and say that boss, that 8 lakhs is also taxable for you because you withdraw the money. You withdraw the money. Had you not withdrawn, closing balance would have been 72. Closing balance would have been 72, which means I should technically add these both numbers. Yes or no? I should technically add these both numbers. If I add these both numbers, 64 will become 72. Then you will do 72 minus 5 minus 29, 70. Number is 72 minus 5 minus 29, 70. 30. This will now be called as your winnings. This will now be called as your winnings. Now understand, I'm trying to give you logics, people, okay? Because in exam, in study material, they've given you direct formula. The formula is what we're trying to derive. Be extremely careful. What am I doing right now? I'm coming and saying that, Rahul, I started my year with a pot. I put some extra money because I wanted to play more games, okay? And I'm closing the year with a pot. How much is my income is what I'm trying to find out. Yes. So what I'm doing in this scenario, I'm coming and saying, Rahul, I withdrew money of 8 lakhs. Had I not withdrawn the money of 8 lakhs, my closing balance would have been more, which means I actually earned more income. Had this 8 lakhs not been withdrawn, my income would have shown more, yes or no? So they're saying add that money also. In simple words, Rahul, what is the formula? The formula is closing balance plus withdrawals minus non-taxable deposit minus opening balance. This is called as your winnings. Yes, simple, straightforward formula. Closing balance plus withdrawals minus non-taxable deposit minus opening balance. Why? What is the logic on the top? Don't try to mug up formulas, people. Use your logic. This is more sensible. I am simply coming and saying that, Rahul, I'm trying to find my income. You technically do the same way for a fixed deposit also, if you think about it. If you have an FD in bank, what will you do? You'll see your opening balance as 29 lakhs. Current year, you would have made more deposit in FD. You're trying to find out my closing balance to find what is my interest. The only problem is in the middle, you withdrew some 8 lakh rupees. And the 8 lakh rupees also has interest, does not have interest. It has interest. So they're coming and saying add that money to find out your interest from fixed deposit. I am doing that same formula. Instead of doing the wrong way around, I am doing a logical method. Does the logic make sense to both of you? Yes. Ritani, any doubts? No. This is going to be coming for exam, so be extremely careful. Use your head properly. Can we go forward? Yes, this is what your formula is. It says what? Closing balance plus withdrawals minus non-taxable deposit minus opening balance. Now, question to you. What is happening is 64 lakhs is your closing balance. Actually, ulta hua podu. Okay. Let's assume what is your closing balance? 64 lakhs. Actually, there are some mistakes in this. I'll tell you what the mistakes is. Here it should not be 29 lakh 70,000. This should be 42 lakhs. How much is your pot showing right now? It is showing 42. No, 29 lakh 70,000 was your last year income. Actually, your opening balance is 42 lakhs. Yes, tell me the new income. Tell me the new income. 72 minus 47. 25. Yes, 25 is your winnings for the current year. 25 is the winnings for the current year. Now tell me, next year, Rahul, I'm going to again play games. Next year, I'm going to again play games. What is my pot going to show? Opening balance. My pot is going to show 64. Very good. Yes, my pot is going to show 64 lakhs. My pot is going to show 64 lakhs. Now, what happened, no, Rahul, is that next year, big money already there, no? 64 lakhs, huge money is there. Do I want to deposit more? No, I did not deposit any more money. I did not deposit any more money. What happened is I was playing games this year. When I saw my closing balance is showing 61 lakhs. How much is my closing balance showing? 61 lakhs. Now, tell me, no, I started the year with 64 lakhs. I'm ending the year with 61 lakhs. Have I made a profit or have I incurred loss? I've incurred loss. Yes, generally winnings loss possible, not possible? Possible. So what happened is current year I made a loss of 3 lakhs. Current year I made a loss of 3 lakhs. No. Question to you, Rahul, I've made a loss of 3 lakhs in winnings. Can I set this off against my other incomes? No. Can you first of all have a loss? No. Income tax comes and says, if the formula comes and gives you a negative number, assume this number is 0. Assume this number as 0. Why? Because, Rahul, if you notice the first casual income, like, can you have a loss? No, you cannot have a loss because expense itself is not allowed. And a second order computation, like, you may get some expense. Because you are reducing some numbers. So technically they are coming and saying, Rahul, you cannot have a loss in winnings ever. Therefore they came and said, Rahul, if at all the number comes as negative, assume it is 0. Next year what will happen? My opening balance will show 61 lakhs. Rahul, next year I made no deposit. I have a full withdrawal. I withdrew 64 lakhs. And after that I stopped playing. No more money for me. No more money for me. Account close panita. Which means my closing balance is 0. Tell me what my winnings is. What is my winnings, ma? My winnings is 3 lakhs. What did I tell you? Had you not withdrawn, your closing balance would have shown 64. It would have shown 64. 64 minus 61 will give you 3 lakhs. Now question to you, Rahul, last year I earned a loss of 3 lakhs. Current year is a profit of 3 lakhs. Can I set off this 3 lakhs and say current year tax is 0? No, you have to pay this money. Why, Rahul, have to pay this money? Because last year 3 lakhs has become 0. Loss cannot be claimed. Which means current year 3 lakhs will become taxable. But Rahul, last year I lost 3 lakh rupees. Your loss. You should have never played the game. Income tax is not a big fan of winnings and all. So they came and said, you lost the money, you take care of it. I will not give you any deduction. Yes or no? Yes, this is what your computation for online winnings is. The formula is here in the bottom. What is the formula? Closing balance plus withdrawals minus non-taxable deposit minus opening balance. Don't mug up the formula. Read the logic. What are the rules here, Rahul? Rules are, you also cannot claim any loss. Yes or no? Rahul, I have an online winnings. My overall income in the current year is less than 5 lakhs. Can I claim rebate? Yes, you can claim rebate. No issues. The only thing is you will not get any kind of loss. You cannot get any kind of loss. With me till here? With me till here? Yes, these are your two winnings. These are your two winnings. One winning is called as casual winning. The other winning is called as online winnings. Clear? Yes. Can we go for it? Can we go for it? Yes. Next. Next is your type 3 called as unexplained income. Next is your type 3 called as unexplained income. Rahul, what is this unexplained income? Fourth chapter. Fourth chapter, we will do it together. We'll do it together. After special tax regime, we'll come back here. In a simple word, unexplained income in the eyes of income tax is illegal income. Unexplained income in the eyes of income tax is illegal income, which means you earned some illegal income and you're not comfortable telling the government how you earned it. How you earned it, that is called as unexplained income. Income tax comes and says, if at all I find that you have any unexplained income, if at all I find that you have any unexplained income, you are liable for a tax of 60%. You are liable for a tax of 60%, which means whatever income assessing officer found and he told that it is unexplained will become directly taxable for 60%. Will become directly taxable for 60% plus 25% surcharge mandatory. How much? 25% surcharge mandatory. They are coming and saying, Rahul, 25 mandatory surcharge. 25 mandatory surcharge. Don't care whether this person is having 1 rupee income, 1 lakh rupees income, 5 lakh rupees income, 5 crore rupees income, 50 crore rupees income. On this income alone, I will levy 25%. On this income alone, I will levy 25%. I will not look at any other thing. I will not look at any other thing, which means in the income you will charge 25% surcharge. Balance incomes you will check for normal slabs. Balance income you will check for normal slabs. Yes or no? Yes or no? So mandatory 25% surcharge, and then mandatory 4% cess. 4% cess. Can you tell me the effective tax rate? Can you tell me the effective tax rate? It should come as 78%. It will come as 78%, which means in simple words, if you have any unexplained income is directly taxable for an effective percentage of 78. Is directly taxable for an effective percentage of 78. Rahul, what are the rules? Rules same as winnings. Except for surcharge. Rules are same as winning except for surcharge. Abdina enna arthu Rahul? Simple words I am coming and saying. Boss, you have your income. Income will directly be taxable. No loss, no deductions, no exemptions. Rebate is eligible. The only issue which is there is surcharge will become 25 mandatory. Surcharge will become 25 mandatory. Rahul, my overall income is 37. My overall income is 6 crores. My overall income is 6 crores. On this overall income of 6 crores, Rahul, can I take a surcharge of 37? Not required. You can do 25 for this income. You can do 25 for this income. Balance incomes, you can do 37. Balance incomes, you can do 37. Rahul, what are you talking about? Let's take this example. Let's take this example. You are coming and saying that, Rahul, the PGBP income of the current year is 5 crore 28 lakhs. How much? 5 crore 28 lakhs. Your unexplained income is showing 30 lakhs. Your unexplained income is showing 30 lakhs. Overall income has become 5 crore 58 lakhs. Your overall income is shown 5 crore 58 lakhs. Now, are you rich, poor, middle class? You are rich. You are rich, and that to the highest rich. That to the highest rich, which means I should levy a surcharge of 37. I should levy a surcharge of 37. But because income tax is coming and saying on this PGBP you will levy a surcharge of 37. You levy a surcharge of 37, whereas for UEI you will levy a surcharge of only 25. You will levy a surcharge of only 25. Why, Rahul? Because flat 25 rate. Flat 25 is the rate. Abdiye ulta panna. Let's say, for example, my PGBP income is 5 lakhs. My PGBP income is 5 lakhs. My unexplained income is 30 lakhs. How much is my PGBP? 5 lakhs. My unexplained income is 30 lakhs. Total income is 35 lakhs. Total income is 35 lakhs. On this 35 lakhs, Rahul, are you rich, middle class, poor? I am middle class. I am middle class. Normally, surcharge will come, not come. Surcharge will come, not come. It will not come, which means PGBP Kamala surcharge is 0. PGBP Kamala surcharge is 0. Rahul, unexplained income ka surcharge is 25. Unexplained income ke surcharge is 25, which means Rahul, even if you are middle class, are you liable for surcharge? Yes. Where Rahul? Only unexplained income. Only unexplained income. In this case, what you will have to do, no, you will have to compute tax for PGBP separately, compute tax for unexplained separately, and then you will have to check for the rates. Then you'll have to check for the rates. On the tax kamala, you have to put surcharge. On the tax kamala, you'll have to put surcharge. We will do it. We'll do it. This is what the procedure is right now. This is what the procedure is right now. Clear? Clear? Yes. Yes. This is your incomes. This is your incomes. Any doubts? No. This is your unexplained income. Rules are same as winnings, except for surcharge. Except for surcharge, which means basic exemption limit. Can you claim? Not claim. Can you claim basic exemption limit? No. You cannot claim basic exemption limit. Rahul, my salary is showing, my PGBP is showing 0. My PGBP is showing 0. My unexplained is showing 2 lakhs. My overall income is 2 lakhs. Can I say 2 lakhs is less than 2 lakh 50, therefore tax is 0? No. You will say tax is 0 for PGBP, but for this you have to pay tax of 78%. You have to pay 78%. Rahul, can you claim rebate? Yes. You can claim rebate, no restriction, no restriction. Even though you are doing illegal business, at the end of the day, you are still poor. At the end of the day, you are still poor, so therefore you can still claim rebate. You can still claim rebate. Yes or no? Yes or no? This is what your unexplained income is. 3 types of income we have discussed. One is called as casual income, online winnings, unexplained income. Casual income, online winnings, unexplained income. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Right now, I'm going to take a pause. Before I do capital gains, I'll show you the sheet. I'll show you the sheet. Yes. What are the special incomes which we have? One income I told you is casual income, which is liable for 30%. Casual income, which is liable for 30%. Yes. Next, going to online winnings. Please highlight the whole thing in green. Please highlight the whole thing in green. Online winnings order rate is 30%. Online winnings order rate is 30%. How do you compute online winnings? You take the closing balance plus amount withdrawn minus non-taxable deposit minus opening balance. You take the closing balance plus amount withdrawn minus the non-taxable deposits minus the online opening balance minus the opening balance. Yes or no? Yes or no? Can we go forward? Can we go forward? Yes. Then we learned what is called as unexplained income. Unexplained income, I told you rate is 60%. Unexplained income, I told you rate is 60%. Yes sir. Yes sir. Can we go forward? Can we go forward? Yes. Next. We call it as A, B, C, D. Acha. Next we are doing D. Next we are doing D. D is called as virtual digital asset. What is it? Virtual digital asset. It is called as virtual digital asset. In short, VDA. In short, VDA. Now, Rahul, what do you mean by VDA? What do you mean by VDA? If I have to put it in a very colloquial terms for you, if I have to put it in very colloquial terms, this is called as cryptocurrency. What currency? Cryptocurrency. You've heard about cryptocurrency and all, no? Yes, and the Dodge token, Ilana, that very famous thing, which one was there, no? Forgot the name. Bitcoin, very good, thank you. Yes, you have Bitcoin, Doge token, and all those things. These are all cryptocurrencies which became very famous at one point of time. People were left, right, center spending in this money. Yes, because this was purely done by online transactions. One person having a Bitcoin was able to sell that Bitcoin for about 1 crore, 5 crore, 6 crores, and all. Big money people made. So what happened is, Government of India came and said, boss, people are spending left, right, center into cryptocurrency and earning lavish money. So therefore, last year they introduced this concept called as virtual digital assets. Rahul, what is the definition of virtual digital assets? We will learn it in the chapter called as TDS. As such, the definition is a little complex and not relevant for exam. In English terms, you just need to know it's simple as cryptocurrency, which means it is digital money. What money? Digital money. I'm coming and saying that instead of giving hard cash, or instead of giving any kind of GPay and all those things which are still cash, I am keeping a secondary currency. The secondary currency is as good as money. We call it as digital money. In short, it is cryptocurrency. Income tax came and said cryptocurrency is also taxable at the rate of 30%. Cryptocurrency is also taxable at the rate of 30%. How much? 30%. No. You are going to invest in crypto. You're going to do what? Invest in crypto. If you're investing in something, first you have to put money, then only you'll get back money. Yes or no? Yes. So therefore, in this, the provisions are same as above. The only difference is you will now get the deduction of investment money. Why, Rahul? VDA is as good as capital gains. VDA is taxable under capital gains. And if you remember capital gains from your inter, we used to come and say it is consideration minus cost of acquisition. So they are coming and saying, if you have a VDA of 10 lakh rupees, yes, cost of acquisition is only 5 lakh rupees, which means 5 lakh is what you have earned from it. So 5 lakhs is what I will ask you tax on. So you are allowed the deduction of investment money. But no other deduction permitted. No other deduction allowed. If you notice in capital gains, it was consideration minus expense for transfer minus cost of acquisition, which means if you incurred any expenses for transferring, like registration charges, commission charges, this charges, that charges, those were allowed. Not allowed in VDA. You have invested 5 lakh rupees, you got back 10 lakh rupees, 5 lakh is your capital gain. Rahul, for getting the 10 lakh rupees back, I had to pay some registration charges, stock market charges, this charges, all that charges, ignore it off. Only one expense I will allow as deduction, which is called as your investment money. What you invest, that you will get as a deduction. Balance provisions are the same. Which means no loss, then no chapter 6A, then no basic exemption limit, then no. What else was there? No loss, no chapter 6A, no basic exemption limit. You are eligible for rebate. Yes or no? Yes, this is what the provisions are. If I have to give an example to you, let's assume that your consideration, you sold that VDA, your consideration is showing 35 lakhs. You paid money for buying this. Of 12 lakhs. How much is your income? 23 lakhs. This is called as VDA consideration. This 23 lakhs will be taxable at the rate of 30%. Now, what happened is, same year you also invested in Dogecoin. In Dogecoin, you invested 42 lakhs. You invested 42 lakhs. You got back 42 lakhs, but you actually had invested 45 lakhs. You actually had invested 45 lakhs. Hey, I put to 45 lakhs, I got back 42 lakhs. Have I incurred profit or have I got loss? I have got a loss, which means my loss is 3 lakhs. My loss is 3 lakhs. Rahul, I have from one VDA 23 lakhs. I have from one VDA 3 lakhs. Can I set off? Can I set off and say net tax is 20 lakhs? No. This will directly become 0. This will directly become 0. Why, Rahul? Because they said no loss deduction. No loss deduction. If you have loss, ignore it off. If you have loss, ignore it off, which means income tax will come and say you have to pay tax on the first one. You have to pay tax on the first one fully at the rate of 30%. Second one, you can ignore it off. Second one, you can ignore it off. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Balance, Rahul. Same surcharge rates. Same surcharge rates. Hey, clear till here. Clear till here. Yes, I'm coming and saying, Rahul, if you have a VDA, whatever amount you got from the VDA minus the amount you deposited in the VDA will become taxable for you. If you have incurred loss, ignore the loss. If you have tax payable, that will become taxable at 30%. No loss, no deduction, no expenses other than the investment is allowed. Other than the investment is allowed. Yes or no? Yes. This is your fourth item. What is the fourth item? VDA. VDA. Now we have learned 4 special incomes. We have learned 4 special incomes. First income is called as casual income. First income is called as casual income. I have to put section numbers against it. So it is 115BB. What is it? 115BB. Rahul, in exam, do I have to remember the section numbers? No. You don't need to know the section numbers. If you remember, good. If you don't remember, don't write a wrong section number. Don't write a wrong section number. You can just simply write casual income is taxable for 30% and close it off. Okay. Don't end up quoting wrong section numbers. They will cut marks for you. They will cut marks for you. Winnings is called as 115 BBJ. What? 115 BBJ. Then unexplained income is called as 115 BBE. 115 BBE. VDA is sorry ma BJ வா அப்படியா தப்பான போட்டேனா BB தானே இருக்கு oh adva okay it's BJ only then okay and then when VDA is 115 VDA is 115 BBH hello 115 BBH. 115 BBH. Can we go forward? Can we go forward? Yes. Next. Next. D over a E. Next is E. E is your capital gains. E is your capital gains. Yes. Now this E, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split first. I'm going to split first into 2 components. One is called as long term. One is called as short term. One is called as long term. One is called as short term. Yes, Rahul, this long term itself I will split into 2. This long term also I'm going to split into 2. One is called as long term under section 112A and long term under section 112. Long term under section 112A and long term under section 112 Short term I'm again going to split. Short term will be 111A and others. Short term is going to be 111A and others. Yes, Rahul, why is it others? Why is it not 111? Because they did not notify. They did not notify. They told it others. They told it as others. Rahul, now what is this long term 112A? Before we enter into capital gains, இப்போதுக்கு in a general parlance, 112 is your share market income. In a general parlance, 112A is share market income, which means automatically 111A also becomes share market. A also becomes share market. Now, what is share market and all we'll discuss. We'll discuss when we go forward. When we discuss, we'll go forward. Right now, it is not relevant. Right now, it is not relevant. Simple wordings like 112 is share market. 111 is also share market, which means other two are any other. Other two is any other. Other two are any other. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Now, Rahul, what is the tax rates? They are coming and saying if you have a long term under section 112A, tax rate is given as 10% in excess of 1 lakh. How much? 10% in excess of 1 lakh. 112, Rahul, it is directly 20%. It is directly 20%. 111A, Rahul, 111A is 15%. 111A is 15%. Anything else will be normal slab rates. Anything else will be normal slab rates. So you have four kinds of capital gains. First gain is 112A, second gain is 112, third gain is 111A, fourth gain is others. If you have a 112A, it is 10% in excess of 1 lakh, 20%, 15% and normal slabs. This is what your capital gains are. This is what your capital gains are. In simple words, if I come and look at it, the last item, the what item? The last item, which is short term capital gains others, that is actually speaking your Finance Act incomes. In simple words, that is Finance Act, which means Rahul, do I have to tell you that this is a special tax rate? Do I have to tell you that this is a special tax rate? No, which means general provisions will apply. General provisions will apply. It is not the provisions which we are discussing. It is not the provisions which we are discussing. General provisions will apply to the short term others, which means for today's discussion, I am more focused on the first three items. I am more focused on the first three items. What are the first three items? It is 112A, 112 and 111A and 111A. Yes or no? Yes. What are the tax rates? Wait, quickly with me. 1128 is 10% in excess of 1 lakh. 112 is 20%. 111A is 15%. This is what your tax rates are. This is what your tax rates are. Rahul, now what is the provision? What is the provision? First, expenses are allowed. Yes or no? When we did capital gains, we simply came and said what? When we did capital gains, we simply came and said you have consideration minus cost of transfer, minus cost of acquisition, minus cost of improvement, then you will get capital gains, then you get exemption also. So expenses are allowed. Exemption is also allowed. Yes, no? In your inter, you would have learned 54, 54G, 54D, 54B, all those things. So exemptions are also allowed. Exemptions are also allowed. Then what else do we look at, Rahul? We look at loss. Can you claim losses? Yes. Loss is also allowed. Yes, you can set off your short-term capital loss against any capital gains, long-term capital loss against long-term capital gains. We will do all that in set off. We'll do all that in set off, but losses can also be allowed. Next, what is the next item after losses? There was one more item. Chapter 6A. Chapter 6A, not allowed. Chapter 6A not allowed. Hey, when they introduced chapter 6A itself, no, they came and said, Rahul, chapter 6A cannot be claimed for special incomes. Cannot be claimed for special incomes. It can only be claimed for other incomes. It can only be claimed for other incomes. The reason is very simple. The reason is very simple. Think about it. No, let's assume I give you an income statement. I give an income statement. It says salary is 2 lakhs. Salary is 2 lakhs. Your long term capital gains 112 vechalo okay, 112 vechalo okay, is another 3 lakhs. Is another 3 lakhs. Total is 5 lakhs. Yes or no? Total is 5 lakhs. Now what has happened is you have paid an life insurance premium. You've paid an life insurance premium which is 80C. Which is 80C. You have paid 1 lakh rupees. Technically your income should become 4 lakhs. Your income should become 4 lakhs. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now the question which then comes is, Rahul, my income is now 4 lakhs. My income is now 4 lakhs. 4 lakhs is of what? Is 4 lakhs 2 lakhs of salary and 1 lakh 2 lakhs of LTCG? 4 lakhs is 3 lakhs of LTCG illana 1 lakh of salary? That question comes now, because now you know your income is 4 lakhs. And which of that 4 lakhs is salary and which of the 4 lakhs is LTCG is a confusion. Why am I asking this, Rahul? Think, no, if your salary is 2 lakhs and your LTCG is 2 lakhs, you assume that this 1 lakh was set off against LTCG. You assume that the 1 lakh is set off against LTCG. LTCG was taxable for 20%, which means you have saved tax on that 20%, 1 lakh. Yes or no? You have saved 20% tax on that 1 lakh. Ide opposite, if you come and say, no, Rahul, my 1 lakh was set off against salaries and my LTCG will continue to be 3 lakhs. My LTCG will continue to be 3 lakhs. In that case, you are paying more tax because your whole LTCG is now becoming taxable. Your whole LTCG is now becoming taxable. Hey, as an assessee, will you prefer option 1 or will you prefer option 2? I will prefer option 1. Why? Because, Rahul, in option 1, what is happening? 2 lakhs is my salary. It will become 0. Balance 2 lakhs, it will be 20%. Right side, what is happening? 1 lakh is becoming 0, but the 3 lakhs is becoming taxable for 20%. Yes or no? Yes or no? So I would right now prefer 1 lakh. I would right now prefer option 1. I would right now prefer option 1. Income tax said, boss, that and all cannot happen. That and all cannot happen, which means they said option 1 is not allowed. Option 1 is not allowed. It is option number 2. It is option number 2. In simple words, they came and said, Rahul, whenever you pay this 80C or chapter 6A, whenever you pay any chapter 6A, it can only be set off against your normal income. It can only be set off against your normal income. It cannot be set off against your special income. They removed the confusion itself. They removed the confusion itself. They came and said, Rahul, special income and all, don't set off anything. Don't set off anything. You can only set it off against normal income. You can only set off against normal income, which means in simple words, if you pay 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh will be set off only against salary. Will be set off only against salary. LTCG will become fully taxable. LTCG will become fully taxable. I'm going to change the example. I'm going to change the example. I'm going to make this 1 lakh rupees as 3 lakhs. I'm going to make the 1 lakh rupees as 3 lakhs. Now, 3 lakhs length, how much will be used for salary? Full 2 lakhs. So, salary has now become 0. You still have 1 lakh rupees, Rahul. Can I use it against my LTCG? No. No, that 1 lakh will get what, Rahul? It get wasted. It will get wasted. You cannot claim any chapter 6A against capital gains. Against capital gains. But if this was not long-term capital gains, this was short-term capital gain others. If it was short-term capital gain others, can you claim, Rahul? Yes, you can claim. Why, Rahul? Because short-term capital gain others is covered under Finance Act. Finance Act is allowed. Finance Act is allowed. Income tax comes and says, if you have any chapter 6A, chapter 6A should not be claimed against income tax rates. Should not be claimed against income tax rates. It can be claimed against Finance Act rates, which means short-term capital gains it is allowed. Short-term capital gains it is allowed. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. Which means this whole discussion which I am doing, the A, B, C and D, that is only for, it is only for the first 3 items. It is not for the last item. Last item is Finance Act. Last item is Finance Act. Yes or no? Yes. So what are the items we discussed? One is expenses are allowed. Exemption is allowed. Loss is also allowed. Chapter 6A not allowed. Chapter 6A not allowed. Then Rahul, can I claim rebate? Can I claim rebate? Can I claim rebate? Yes. But you cannot claim rebate for 112A. Yes or no? I told you, no, rebate is not eligible for 112A, which means three incomes you have: 112A, 112 and 111A. Which one can you claim rebate on, Rahul? You can claim rebate on 112 and 112A. You cannot claim rebate on 112A. Yes, you can claim rebate on 112 and 111A. You cannot claim rebate on 112A. This is what the provisions is. You cannot claim any rebate on LTCG under section 112A. We have already written this when we wrote rebate. We have already written this when we know rebate. Yes or no? Yes. Now, if you are a poor person, Rahul, if you are a poor person, is it possible that you can have basic exemption limit? Is it possible that you have basic exemption limit? Rahul, the example which we were doing, you had a salary income of 2 lakhs. You had a salary income of 2 lakhs. You have an LTCG of 2 lakhs. Your total income is 4 lakhs. Your total income is 4 lakhs. My basic exemption limit is, Rahul, what is my basic exemption limit? My basic exemption limit is 2 lakh 50. Now, in this 2 lakh 50, how much is my salary? 2 lakhs, which means balance 50,000 is wasted. Balance 50,000 is wasted. Can I use my LTCG for that wasted amount? Yes. You can use 50,000 for the wasted amount. So, which means what happened? Out of this 2 lakhs, 50,000 will go to basic exemption limit, which means tax is 0. Which means left off is LTCG of 1,50,000. And the 1,50,000 I will do tax at the rate of 20%. Assuming this is 112. I would do 20%, which means this number will become 30,000. This number will become 30,000. And since you are less than 5 lakhs, you can also claim rebate. You can also claim rebate. Number will become 12,500. Number will become 12,500. Yes or no? Yes. In simple words, they are coming and saying, Rahul, the other incomes which you had, those are very special incomes. That cannot be set off against your basic exemption limit. But capital gains are like normal incomes. Just that I have given a new rate. So you can set off your basic exemption limit. So Rahul, can you set off your basic exemption limit? Yes. But only for resident individuals. Only for resident individuals. I normally teach this in a different manner. I'll tell it to you. You let me know if you understand. Otherwise, you can ignore it off. What I basically do is, assuming you are sitting at home. Yes, there are guests going to come to your home. First thing which will happen at your home is they will ask for sweets. So they asked you, go and get some sweets. What's your favorite sweet? Gulab jamun. Okay, great. So what happened is you went and you bought some gulab jamuns. You bought, let's say, 5 gulab jamuns. Yes. Now what happened is, the reason you bought 5 is because your mom came and told that 4 guests are coming. Now what happened is, 4 guests came. You bought 5 gulab jamuns because you also wanted one. Now 4 guests came. You went and you offered the gulab jamun. First thing which is going on in your head is, they should only eat 4 because I want 1. Yes or no? So you went and you offered the gulab jamun. They took 4. Yes, 1 pending for you. Will you like to have it? Not have it? You will like to have it. First of all, will you like to have it, or will you give it to your mom? Will you go and tell your mom, you have it, I don't want it? Or will you like to have it? You will like to have it. Yes or no? Yes. Now, second scenario, what is happening? You have 5 gulab jamuns. You went and served. First guest you gave, he took 1. Second guest you gave, he took 1. Third guest, unfortunately, took 2. Now what is over? 2 plus 1 plus 1, 4 is over. Yes. Now if you go to the 4th guest and if he takes it off, you will not get anything. So you are praying, saying he should not take. Fortunately, he did not take. Now what will happen? You still have 1 left. That 1 is for you. Will you give it to your mom? No. Yes. If there were 5 gulab jamuns, you went to guest number 1, he said, I don't want. You went to guest number 2, he said, I don't want. You went to guest number 3, he said, I don't want. You went to guest number 4, he also said, I don't want, which means totally you bought 5 gulab jamuns. How many they ate? Nothing. They ate nothing, which means you have 5 gulab jamuns. This 5 gulab jamuns is for you. Will you give it to your mom or will you have it fully? You will have it fully. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. So technically what is happening, when a guest is coming, guest is getting the first priority. Guest is getting the first priority. If guest is not taking the priority, you are taking the priority. At any point of time, are you giving to your mom? No, you're not giving to your mom. Rahul, what are you talking about? In simple words, guest is your outside person. Guest is your outside person. Who is an outside person, ma, for income tax? For income tax, an outside person is Finance Act. Yes or no? So I am coming and saying, Rahul, whenever there is any gulab jamun, for me gulab jamun is basic exemption limit. My gulab jamun is basic exemption limit. If I have a basic exemption limit, first priority will be given to outside people. Who is the outside people? Finance Act. The first priority people is Finance Act. Second, Rahul, Finance Act did not utilize. Finance Act did not utilize. You will come and say, Rahul, I am also something similar as outside person. I am also something similar as outside person because it is not my home. It is not my home. Who's owning the house? My parents are owning the house, which means I am a part of income tax, but I am not really income tax. Who are you? You are capital gains. Who are you? You are capital gains. Third is your parents. Parents are your special incomes. Third is your special incomes. So what special incomes? Winnings, online winnings, then VDA, unexplained income. Yes, so these are your special incomes. Now question to you, repeat it once again. You have gulab jamun, Rahul. You bought the gulab jamun, you first gave it to guest. Guest did not utilize, so you had it. You also did not utilize. Can you give it to your parents? No, which means Finance Act will utilize first. Finance Act will utilize first. If Finance Act is not able to utilize, capital gains will utilize. If Finance Act is not able to utilize, capital gains will utilize. Rahul, capital gains also did not utilize. Special income will get nothing. Special income will get nothing. The number will be wasted. The number will be wasted, but you will never give it to your parents. You never give it to your parents. Yes or no? Yes. So in exam, you have to ask a simple question. Rahul, I have a basic exemption limit. First give it off to slab rate. First give it off to slab rate. Rahul, slab rate did not utilize. Give it off to capital gains. Rahul, capital gains also did not utilize. Leave it off. Leave it off. You cannot use your basic exemption limit for your special incomes. You cannot use it for your special income. This is how I normally teach in a low level class. If you understand this, good. If you don't understand this, let it go. Okay. In simple words, you cannot utilize your basic exemption limit for your special incomes, but you can utilize it for your capital gains. You can utilize it for your capital gains. Clear? Not clear? Clear? Yes, we will do some sums around it. That time you will understand better, but right now this is what the provision is. This is what the provision is. Can we go forward? Can we go forward? Yes. E is your surcharge. E is your surcharge. Now, if you remember, in the other cases and all, I came and said you surcharge is at a normal rates. Surcharge is at normal rates, which means 0 to 37. 0 to 37 for all capital gains, the first three cases. For the first three cases of capital gains, they have said surcharge will maximum be 0 to 15%. 0 to 15%, which means no enhanced surcharge. No enhanced surcharge. You cannot levy any surcharge of 25 or 37 on your capital gains. You cannot levy any enhanced surcharge on your capital gains. If I have to give you a background on this, what happened? No, I told you, if you remember, in 2019, they had introduced this enhanced surcharge concept. They had introduced this enhanced surcharge concept, this 25 and 37. Yes. So in 2019, what happened is Nirmala Sitharaman came on the stage and she came and said, "Dear people, I now want a little more money for India. I now want a little more money for India, but I don't want to take it from everyone. I only want to take it from rich people." So therefore, she introduced this 25 and 37. Before that, it was only 15. So she showed, I want 25 and 37, which I'll take from rich people. Will rich people be happy or sad? Will rich people be happy or sad? They'll be sad. So what happened is, rich people went and they said, who are you to collect more tax from me? I am extremely sad. I am extremely sad and I am rich. I am rich. I have more power in the market, or I have less power in the market? I have more power in the market. They came and said, Rahul, if I have to pay 42% of tax on my income, I might as well not invest. I might as well not invest. So what happened is, most of the rich people went and they withdrew their investment from the market. They withdrew their investment from the market because they said, Rahul, if I am earning more, I am paying more. Let me stop earning itself. Let me stop earning itself. So they withdrew their whole money from the market. They withdrew their whole money from the market. Now imagine, rich people withdrawing their money from the market. Market will crash, not crash. Market crashed. Yes. So in 2019, after the budget was passed, market crashed. Market crashed. Recession came. Recession came. Now Nirmala Sitharaman is worried. She's like, because I introduced this enhanced surcharge, market is crashed. Market is crashed. Immediately there was an ordinance passed. Immediately they passed an ordinance. Ordinance is basically, they will issue a sudden parliament. In Companies Act and all, you would have heard something called as extraordinary general meeting. Yes, EGM, extraordinary general meeting. Adhe mari parliament has an extraordinary general meeting. In that meeting, they passed an ordinance. In that meeting, they passed an ordinance. The ordinance came and said, dear rich people, my mistake that I put extra surcharge for you. My mistake that I put extra surcharge for you. Please don't withdraw your investments from the market. Recession has come. Recession has come. I will give you one benefit. I will give you one benefit. Whatever share market income you have, adukku mela I will not ask you enhanced surcharge. You had a problem with what? You had a problem with surcharge, enhanced surcharge. You had a problem with enhanced surcharge. So I said, on your share market income, I will not levy enhanced surcharge. So in 2019, they said, no enhanced surcharge will come from 112A and 111A. No enhanced surcharge will come for 112A and 111A. Yes or no? Yes or no? It will not come on 112A and 111A. This is what the background is in 2019. In 2019. Then what happened is, in 2020, they came and said, Rahul, share market income is not just capital gains. Share market income is not just capital gains. If you are going to invest in shares, you will also get one more income called as, if you invest in shares, you will get one more income from shares called as dividends. Called as dividends. So they came and said, Rahul, 2020, they said dividends also no surcharge. With surcharge, enhanced surcharge. They said dividend also no enhanced surcharge. Dividend also no enhanced surcharge. Now in 2022, people went to the market and they came and said, Rahul, why are you giving this benefit only for 112A and 111A? Why are you giving this benefit only for 112A and 111A? There is one more gains in the middle which is feeling lonely. There is one more gains in the middle which is feeling lonely, which is called as 112. So what happened is, in 2020, this is 2023 budget, right? So in 2022 budget, they came and said, okay, no problem. Let me also not to put enhanced surcharge on 112. Let me also not put it on 112. In simple words, they came and said, Rahul, whichever capital gains is liable for special rates, whichever capital gains is liable for special rates will now not be liable for enhanced surcharge. Now not be liable for enhanced surcharge, along with one more income called as dividend income. Along with one more income called as dividend income. So 4 incomes are now not liable for enhanced surcharge. 112A, 112, 111A, dividend income. Dividend income. These 4 incomes are now not liable for enhanced surcharge, which means on these incomes you can maximum levy 15%. On these incomes you can maximum levy 15%. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, yes. Now I'll give you some scenarios, you tell me what is the surcharge. I'll give you some scenarios, you tell me what is the surcharge. What is happening, Rahul? My PGBP income is showing 5 crore 40 lakhs. How much? 5 crore 40 lakhs. I have an 112A income. I have an 112A income. 112A income is showing 20 lakhs. My total income is 5 crore 60 lakhs. Yes or no? My total income is 5 crore 60 lakhs. Now tell me, am I rich, middle class or poor? I am rich. Rich means what surcharge rate rich I am? I am rich to the extent of 37%. I am rich to the extent of 37%. Now income tax is coming and saying you cannot levy enhanced surcharge on capital gains. In which of those items can I not levy enhanced surcharge? I cannot levy on 112A, which means this should have been 37. Should have been 37, but is now 15. But is now 15. PGBP will be 37. 37. PGBP will be 37. Yes or no? Yes or no? Scenario number 2. My PGBP income is 2 crore 30 lakhs. My PGBP income is 2 crore 30 lakhs. My 112 income is 20 lakhs. My 112 income is 20 lakhs. My total income is 2 crore 50 lakhs. My total income is 2 crore 50 lakhs. Rahul, my surcharge slab is 25%. My surcharge slab is 25 because I am between 2 crores to 5 crores. Because I am between 2 crores to 5 crores. Will I levy 25% on 112? No, I can only levy 15. I can only levy 15. On 2 crore 30, I will levy 25%. I levy 25%. Yes or no? Yes. Scenario number 3. Rahul, my PGBP income is 1 crore 20 lakhs. My PGBP income is 1 crore 20 lakhs. My 111A income is 10 lakhs. My total income is 1 crore 30 lakhs. My total income is 1 crore 30 lakhs. Rahul, am I rich, middle class, poor? I am rich. Which level am I rich? I am falling between the slab of 1 crore to 2 crores, which means my surcharge rate is 15. Rahul, can I levy 15 on 111A? Yes, because that is what is allowed. That is what is allowed. So 111A will become 15%. 11 PGBP will also become 15%. Yes or no? Yes or no? Rahul, scenario number 4. Scenario number 4. Rahul, my PGBP income is 55 lakhs. My PGBP income is 55 lakhs. My 112A is 10 lakhs. My 112A is 10 lakhs. My total income is 65 lakhs. Rahul, am I rich, middle class, poor? I am rich. If I am rich, my surcharge rate is in slab of 10%. Rahul, my slab surcharge rate is 10%. Will I levy 112A 15%? No. I told maximum surcharge is 15, which means if the surcharge is lower than 15, I will levy lower, which means 112A will become 10. PGBP will also become 10. Yes or no? Yes. Last scenario. Rahul, my PGBP income is 32 lakhs. My 111A income is 10 lakhs. My total income is 42 lakhs. Rahul, am I rich, middle class, poor? Am I rich, middle class or poor? I am middle class. If I am middle class, surcharge applicable, not applicable? Surcharge applicable, not applicable? Not applicable, which means 111A surcharge will become 0. PGBP surcharge will become 0. PGBP surcharge will become 0. In simple words, can I come and say that Rahul, if my income is less than 2 crores, if my income is less than 2 crores, surcharge rate will be same. Check, no? 15, 10 and 0. Yes, surcharge rate will become same. The moment my income goes beyond 2 crores, whatever is my special incomes, not special incomes, whatever is my capital gains will be 15. Balance incomes you have to check. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Now, scenario number, how many over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Scenario number 6. Rahul, my PGBP income is 1 crore 80 lakhs. My PGBP income is 1 crore 80 lakhs. My 111A income is 35 lakhs. How much is my 111A income? 35 lakhs. My total income is now 2 crore 15 lakhs. My total income is 2 crore 15 lakhs. Rahul, am I rich, middle class or poor? I am rich. Rich to the slab of 2 crores to 5 crores. Rich to the slab of 2 crores to 5 crores, which means my surcharge rate should be 25. Will I levy 25 on 111A? Will I levy 25 on 1? General overall solrama. Overall your income is 2 crore 15. If your income is overall 2 crore 15, I am liable for a surcharge of 25. Now, if I am liable for surcharge of 25, 111A will be 25 or 50 now? It will be 15. Why, Rahul? Because I told you maximum you can levy is 15. Maximum you can levy is 15. Now the question comes for PGBP. The question which then comes is, Rahul, should I look at my overall income or should I look at my individual income? Should I look at my overall income or should I look at my individual income? If I look at my overall income, my surcharge is 25. If I look at my individual income, surcharge is 15. Why? Because it is less than 2 crores. It is less than 2 crores, which is why this question came up to government. This question came up to government where they came and said, dear government, help me understand, should I levy 25 on PGBP or should I levy 15 on PGBP? Should I levy 25 on PGBP or I should levy 15 on PGBP? Why am I asking this question? Because if you remember, when I told surcharge, I told look at your total income. Look at your total income. Total income is 2 crore, which means you should levy 25. You should levy 25. Government first decided, let's do 25. But if they tell 25, rich people will be happy, rich people will be sad. They will be sad. They came and said, dear government, you came and told me that you do not want to levy enhanced surcharge on my gains. Then you are coming and saying, for my balance incomes, you should pay enhanced surcharge. Why should I pay enhanced surcharge when my gains is causing that enhanced surcharge? Why is this enhanced surcharge coming? Because gains is there. Had this gains not be there, my surcharge would have been 15. So rich people went to the government and they came and said, dear government, if you want to not consider enhanced surcharge on capital gains, exclude it completely. Now, if I am going to exclude this completely, my PGBP will become individually 1 crore 80. If it is individually becoming 1 crore 80, it falls within the slab of 15%, which means PGBP will also become 15%. Yes or no? Example number 6. My income is 4 crore 85 lakhs. How much is my income? 4 crore 85 lakhs. My PGBP income is 4 crores 85 lakhs. My 112 income is given as 38 lakhs. How much? 38 lakhs. What is my total income? 5 crore 23 lakhs. Yes or no? My total income is 5 crore 23 lakhs. Now, Rahul, am I rich, middle class, poor? I am rich. If I am rich, at which slab am I rich? I am rich at the 37th slab. If my rich is 37th slab, 112 will be liable for a surcharge of only 15. But Rahul, PGBP income, if I take my total income, it is showing 5 crore 23, which means it is 37. But ignoring the special income, PGBP showing 4 crore 85. Will rich people be okay for 37 then? Rich people will say, boss, had this special income not been there, my PGBP income would have been in the slab of 25. I only want 25. I only want 25%. Yes or no? Yes. This is what the provisions are. The provisions are coming and saying that, dear Rahul, if you are found out to have a total income more than 2 crores, because of which you are liable for an enhanced surcharge, 4 incomes are not liable for enhanced surcharge. 112A, 112, 111A, dividend income. These 4 incomes are not liable for enhanced surcharge. For these 4 items, you will restrict the surcharge of to 15%. For these, you will restrict the surcharge to 15%. For the balance incomes, look at it standalone basis. On a standalone basis, if they are going beyond 2 crores, then 25. If they are going beyond 5 crores, then 37. But if they are not going beyond that number, you will restrict the surcharge of. Yes or no? Yes. What I am going to do is, I am going to read the theory from my book and you will let me know if you understand this or not. Okay. I am going back to page number 10. If you notice, when I gave surcharges, I have put something called as enhanced surcharge in your book. Yes, when I was writing the notes, I told 25 and 37 is enhanced surcharge. The reason is because on the right you will notice it is saying not applicable on 111A, 112A and dividend income. Not applicable on 111A, 112A and dividend income. One thing is missing here, just make it 112A, 112 and dividend income. It is not applicable on 112A, 111A and 112 and dividend income. Come to the bottom, next page you will find the notes. On the next page you will find the notes. Let's read it together. It says, as stated above, an enhanced surcharge of 25 and 37% which is introduced for individuals, HUFs, AOPs, BOIs and AJPs shall not be applicable on the following incomes. First income is LTCG under section 112 and 112A, then STCG under section 111A and then dividend income. For all these incomes, the maximum surcharge shall be 15%. The maximum surcharge shall be 15%. Then further, while determining the surcharge rate on other incomes, the specified income shall be considered only if the total income is up to 2 crores. The specified income shall be considered only up to 2 crores. If it is going more than 2 crores, the surcharge on the other income shall be determined excluding the specified income. Appadina enna artham Rahul? If your income is going beyond 2 crores, individually check the items. Other income you will levy as per their slabs. To understand this better, what we'll do is we'll do this illustration. What you are going to do is you are going to help me out with the surcharge rates. Okay, if you notice the table there is cases, specified income, other income, total income. Case, specified income, other income and total income. Rahul, what is specified income? It is the 112A, 112, 111A and dividend. These are all my specified cases. What I am going to tell you is I am going to show you the incomes. You are going to tell me what is the surcharge. So what I am going to do is I am going to prepare on the left side. I will say surcharge on specified, surcharge on others. Yes sir. Yes. Let's look at case number 1. It says, case number 1, my specified income is 15 lakhs. How much is my specified income? 15 lakhs. My other income is 25 lakhs. My total income is 40 lakhs. Step number 1, always look at the total income. My total income is 40 lakhs. Am I rich, poor, middle class? I am middle class. If I am middle class, Rahul, 40 lakhs, surcharge applicable, not applicable? Not applicable. If surcharge is not applicable on others also, surcharge is not applicable on special also. Yes or no? Understood the logic? Yes, we'll follow the same format. Look at it. Next case, it is saying specified income is 15 lakhs. Other income is 75 lakhs. Total income is 90 lakhs. If total income is 90 lakhs, am I rich, poor, middle class? I am rich. First slab rich, which means I am falling between 50 lakhs to 1 crore. My surcharge rate is 10. Which means other income will be 10. My normal income my special income will also be 10 because I told it is between 0 to 15. Which means I can go lower number. Yes or no? Next, my third case, my special income is 15. My other income is 160. Total income is 185. What is 185, Rahul? 185 is 1 crore 85 lakhs. If my total income is 1 crore 85 lakhs, am I rich, poor, middle class? I am rich. Which rich? I am now second slab rich, which means I am falling it in 1 crore to 2 crores. My surcharge rate is 15%. Is 15% enhanced surcharge or normal surcharge? Which means 15% will apply on both. So therefore, special is also 15, others is also 15. Clear. Next, my special income is 15. My other income is 3 crore 95. My total income is 4 crore 10. What will I do? I am now in the surcharge of 25%. Can I levy 25 on my special income? No, which means my special income will become 15. My special income will become 15. What is my other income? What will I do now? I will look standalone. I will look standalone. Standalone basis my income is 3 crore 95, falling between the slab of 2 crore to 5 crore, which means 25%. Yes or no? Yes or no? Next. My special income is 15. My other income is 5 crore 65. My total income is 5 crore 80. I am looking at my total income. Am I rich, poor, middle class? I am highest rich. It is 37%. 37%. Can I levy on special income? No. Special income will become 15. Now, because special income has become 15, balance income I look standalone. Balance income I am looked standalone. Standalone it is 5 crore 65. Can I levy 37? Yes, because it is more than 5 crores. Therefore, it will become 37. Hey, clear till here? Clear till here? Yes, now things are getting complicated. Focus. Next, what I am telling is my special income is now 60. My special income is 60. My other income is 30. My total income is 90. My total income is 90. Do you have a surcharge? Yes. Which slab? 10% slab. 10% slab is okay for special income, not okay for special income. It is okay for special income. So, special income will become 10. Other income will also become 10. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next, my special income is 60. My other income is 135. Total income is 185. Total income is 185, meaning 15%. Is special okay with 15? Yes. If special is okay with 15, others is also okay with 15. Yes or no? Yes. Next, it is 60 plus 350, 410. 60 plus 350, which is 410. Now, I am in which slab? I am in 25% slab. If I am in 25% slab, special income is okay with 25, not okay with 25. Not okay with 25, which means this will become 15. Then I will do balance items standalone. Standalone it is showing 350. 350 means 25. Yes or no? Special is showing 15, balance will show 25. Yes. Next, it is 60 plus 520, which is 580. It is showing in 37. Can I take 37 for special? No. So, special will become 15. Balance incomes you will take standalone. Balance incomes you will take standalone. Standalone is showing 520, which means very good, 37. Next case, it is 130 plus 55, which is 185. 185 is falling within 15. 185 is falling within 15. 15 is okay for special, not okay for special. Okay for special. If it is okay for special, it is okay for others also. It is okay for others also. Yes or no? Yes or no? Next. It is 130 plus 280, 410. 130 plus 280, 410. I am falling in 25. If it is 25, special will become 15. Balance you will take standalone. Standalone is showing 2 crores to 5 crores. Therefore, 25. Then last one, I am doing 130 plus 450. I am doing 130 plus 450. Look at the last it is showing 580, which means it is 37. Can I take 37 for special? No. So, special will become 15. Now, focus. My total is showing 580. It should be 37. It should be 37. But this 37 is only happening because of special. If I ignore special, my balance is 450, which means it is falling within 2 crores to 5 crores, which means this will become 25. This will become 25. Take a minute, understand if this is making sense. Take a minute, understand if it's making sense. Notice, overall it is showing 37, but because standalone you are checking, it is coming to 25. I will choose 25. I will choose 25. Yes or no? Yes or no? Can we go forward? Can we go forward? Yes. Next, my special is showing 220. My special is showing 220. My other is showing 190. Overall is showing 410. If my overall is 410, I am within 25. Can I take 25 for special? No. Special will become 15. If my special is becoming 15, balance I have to take standalone. Balance I have to look standalone. Standalone is showing 190, which means 1 crore 90, falling within the slab of 15. If it is falling within the slab of 15, this will also become 15. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next, My special is showing 220, my other is showing 360. My other is showing 360. Overall it is 580. Overall is 37. Can I take 37 for special? No, I can take it only. If I am taking 15 for special, others I have to check standalone. Standalone it is 360, falling within. So therefore it will become 25. Therefore it will become 25. Clear? Hey, last one is the most important. Last one is the most important. If you do this, you know the logic. If you do this, you know the logic. Think carefully. Think carefully before you answer. My special is showing 525. My special is showing 525. My other is showing 55. Overall is showing 580. Overall is 37. Can I take 37 for special? Can I take 37 for special? No, it is 15. For special, it becomes 15. Yes or no? Yes. Now look at my others. Look at my others. Others is showing 55. If others is showing 55, surcharge rate is, it is 15. It is 15. Rahul, what the hell went wrong? What the hell went wrong? Understand, people. As such, you were a rich person. As such, you were a rich person. If you were a rich person, you will continue to be a rich person to the highest limit possible. To the highest limit possible. Just because your other income has come down to 55 does not mean that surcharge will become 10. Does not mean that surcharge will become 10. Understand, as a rich person, you had a problem with 25 and 37. You had a problem with 25 and 37. Did you have a problem with 15? Did you have a problem with 15? No, you never had a problem with 15. If you are rich and the highest of the rich, I will at least expect you to pay 15. If you are rich and at least highest rich, I will expect you to pay bare minimum 15. Yes or no? Yes or no? So I will come and say, Rahul, no matter, even if your income goes to 55, overall it was more than 2 crores. Overall it was more than 2 crores, which means you still have to pay 15%. You still have to pay 15%. You cannot come and say, no, Rahul, standalone it is showing 55, therefore I will make it 10. I will make it 10. It will continue to be 15. It will continue to be 15 because rich people are okay to pay 15. They are not okay to pay 25 and 37, which means I still have to make them pay 15. I still have to make them pay 15. Yes or no? Yes. I will give you one more example. I'll give you one more example. Assume this is 525, 5 and 530. Yes, my special income is 5 crore 25, my other income is 5, and my overall income is 5 crore 30. If my overall income is 5 crore 30, my surcharge rate is 37. Can I take 37 for 525? No. Therefore, for this it will become 15. Now, will you come and say that Rahul, surcharge on others will become 0? Will you come and say surcharge on others will become 0? Notice, no, it is only 5 lakhs. Can I come and say it will become 0? No, it will continue to be at least 15. It will continue to be at least 15. Rahul, why is that like this? Why is that like this? Think about it, no? Hey, when you were in case number, when you are in case number D, tell me, no, your special income in case number D is 15, your other income is 390, overall is 410. Hey, for special income, you put how much? 15. Why did you put 15 when the income is only 15 lakhs? You should have come and said what? It should have been 0, no, because income was only 15 lakhs. Should have come and said, Rahul, income is 0, but so special income should be 0, no. Why did you put 15? Because I told you maximum 15. Everyone is okay with 15. They are not okay with 25 and 37, which means 15 will continue. 15 will continue. You cannot come and say it will come down. You cannot come and say it will come down because you are rich, ma. There is no doubt. You have earned income more than 2 crores. You are rich, which means you have to pay at least 15. You have to pay at least 15. What I am giving you a benefit is only on 25 and 37. What I am giving you benefit is only on 25 and 37. Check once again, see if you understand. Check once again and tell me if you understand. Pratana, you also. If you don't understand, let me know.
Basically, they want to at least have a minimum 15% if your income is more than 15.
Exactly. If the income goes beyond 2 crores, bare minimum surcharge is 15 on both the incomes. Bare minimum surcharge is 15 on both the incomes. It can only become 25 and 37 for other incomes if it goes beyond that numbers respectively. Okay, so you bare minimum have to pay 15 because rich people were not okay with 25 and 37. They never had a problem with 15. If they never had a problem with 15, that will continue. That has to continue, it cannot come down. Okay, yes, in simple chart format, assuming I have to put this in chart for you. Assuming I have to put this in chart for you, understand, first question I'll ask you is, Rahul, what is my total income? What is my total income? If my total income is less than or equal to 2 crores, if my total income is less than or equal to 2 crores, if my total income is going to be less than or equal to 2 crores, surcharge is only going to be up till 15. Surcharge is only going to be up till 15. Is rich people going to have a problem? Not have a problem. They will not have a problem because it is less than 2 crores, because it is less than 2 crores. So what I'll do is, I will ask myself, Rahul, is my total income is less than or equal to 2 crores? If you say yes, do I have to split and check? Do I have to split and check? No, not required, because income is less than 2 crores, surcharge will be between 0 to 15 only, between 0 to 15 only. In that case, I'll come and say, okay, Rahul, then tell me what are your incomes. Then tell me what are your incomes. Your incomes can be either less than or equal to 50 lakhs. Your incomes can be less than or equal to 50 lakhs. Your income can be between 50 lakhs to 1 crore. And your income can be between 1 crore to 2 crore. Yes or no? Yes. Check. No, what am I doing? I'm doing total income. I'm taking total income. I'm not splitting. I'm not splitting because I don't have to split. No one has a problem. No one has a problem. In this case, surcharge will become 0. In this case, surcharge will become 10. In this case, surcharge will become 15. Yes or no? Yes or no? In first case, it will become 0. Second case, it will become 10. Third case, it will become 15. If you notice, what am I doing is, I am directly considering my total income, which means, did I split between special and normal? No, I did not split between special and normal. I will split the special and normal only if it is more than 2 crores. Only if it is more than 2 crores. Now, my total income is more than 2 crores. What I will do now, I will come and say special go side, balance side. So what I will do is, I will then split my incomes into two. One will be called as specified income. One will be called as other income. What is the first income? Specified income. The other is called as other income. Rahul, what will happen for specified income? It will always be 15. Yes, no? I said, boss, if it is more than 2 crores, LTCG, STCG and dividend income, always 15. Always 15. For the balance is what I need to check now, right now. For the balance is what I need to check now. I told you, boss, people have no problem with at least 15. People have no problem with at least 15, which means if the others are up to 2 crores, if the others are up to 2 crores, it will become 15. It will become 15. If the others are between 2 crores to 5 crores, it will become 25. If the others are more than 5 crores, it will become 37%. It will become 37%. Now, if you notice, I have said others up to 2 crores. Others up to 2 crores, which means if your other income is 55 lakhs, still it is 15%. If others is 5 lakhs, still it is 15%, because you bare minimum have to pay 15. You bare minimum have to pay 15. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, this is how your chart looks like. This is how your chart looks like. See if it makes sense. See if it makes sense to you. Is it making sense? Yes. Yes, all clear? All clear? Yes. Some things to keep in mind. These things generally come in MCQs for you. These things generally come in MCQs for you. So you have to be extremely careful about this. When you have a special income of 4 items, capital gains 3 items and dividend income 4 items, if your income goes beyond 2 crores, you have to split and check. split le special incomes it will become 15%, other incomes minimum 15, maximum 37. Other incomes minimum 15, maximum 37, standalone basis. Standalone basis. This is one of the important things from exam perspective. You have to be extremely careful about it. Okay. In my book also you will find this chart. It is already there. In my book you already have the chart and page number 10. In my book you have the chart and page number 10. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this is only there in my book. This is only there in my book. In ICA study material and all, they have not given it this simple. They have not given it this simple. If you have gone from another faculty's material and all, you'll find they say if total income including special income is up to this number, if total income including this special income up to this number, if total income excluding these incomes is up to this number, if total income excluding this numbers is up to this number, if all the four are not there but it number is like this, then you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. Okay, complicated level la kuduthirukanga. That complicated level is this chart. That complicated level is this chart. You read this chart, it should enough for you. It should be enough for you. If you want me to show it, I'll show it to you quickly. I'll show it to you. Unnecessary English, too much nonsense they have. Even I didn't like it at certain point of time. When I sat and I realized it's as simple as this one. Okay. What are we doing, ma? Subject 4, module 1, basic concepts. See, no stories they write, unnecessary. This one chapter itself is equal to my PGBP chapter. Stories they like to write. Nonsense people. See this. They're saying how to compute the enhanced surcharge thing. First they are saying where the total income including dividend capital gains is up to more than 50 lakhs but less than 1 crore. They are saying 10%. Okay. So they are saying basically if your income is up to 2 crores, don't split. Don't split it will become 10%. Then they are saying where the total income including dividend income is more than 1 crore but less than 2 crores. They're saying if the income is up to 2 crores, again don't split, directly 15%. Directly 15%. Then they're saying where the total income excluding dividend, where the total income excluding, which means ignore the special. Ignore the special. Ignoring special is more than 2 crores but up to 5 crores, that is 25. Appadina basically what they're saying, total income 2 crore ku mele pochuna split. Split pannittu other income mattum check panna. If the other income is more than 2 crores but up to 5 crores, you have to take 25. Same thing I wrote, they have used in English. They've used in English. Then they're coming and saying balance special income, it is 15. Balance special income, it is 15. Then they're coming and saying where the total income including is more than 2 crores but is not covered in 3 above. Rahul, what the hell is this scenario? This scenario is basically they're coming and saying the last scenario I told you, your special income is 5 crore 25. Your special income is 5 crore 25. Your other income is 55. Hey, other income standalone pata, is it more than 2 crores? No, it is less than 2 crores. Adukku also they will charge 15. They did not clarify it properly. Others na potta kutna. Understand, if the total income is going more than 2 crores, minimum 15. That is what they're telling. Minimum 15 is what they're telling. Too much nonsense. Don't read all this nonsense. One chart for you, answer is over. You can read it in a simple format. Okay, Rahul, in exam and all, do I have to write including, excluding? Not required. Put the numbers, close it off. Simple as that. Okay, no one is going to expect you to write Shakespeare English and all. If you can simple words, make them understand that if the total income goes beyond 2 crores, income on other income will be liable for minimum 15. No one is going to ask you anything more than that. You can come and say the special other incomes, if it is going beyond 2 crores, it is 25%. If it is less than 2 crores, minimum 15%, and the answer is over. They are not going to expect you to write this including, excluding and all those nonsense. Avoid all this. Keep it very simple. Clear, Ritanya? Is it making sense to you right now? Perfect. Okay. Yes, this is what I'll be doing, ma. I am not the kind of person who can teach you big English. Okay. My whole booklet, there'll be simple English. What and all you do not understand, I'll give you chart formats. We'll try to understand with this itself. Clear? Yes. Awesome. With this, we have completed what is capital gains also. With this, we have completed what is capital gains also. Quickly revising, we started with winnings, then we did casual income, we did winnings, then we did online winnings, then we did unexplained income, then we did virtual digital assets, now we did capital gains. 5 items I told you. These 5 items are what is most important from exam. Apart from this, in your final syllabus, you also have 2 more special tracks. It has never been tested in exam, so I'm not very bothered about it also. So I'm just going to read it out for you. It is in page number 15. First item they are saying income from transfer of carbon credits. Now what is carbon credits, Rahul? Assuming you are in a factory, what happens is a factory generally remits a lot of carbon emission. Which is not good for atmosphere. So what happens is many factories are given a restriction. Assuming what happens is government has come and said, if you set up a factory here, in a year you can only remit maybe 10 gallons of carbon. They will have a meter and all. And the meter la theriyum. So what has happened is, I am running a factory. My factory has been told that I can only remit 10 gallons of carbon. Same, next to me is another factory. That other factory also has been given restriction to remit 10 gallons of carbon. Okay, so we both are running a factory. Both are having smoke. I can remit 10 gallons of smoke. He can remit 10 gallons of smoke. Possible? Not possible? Possible. Now what happened is, I was running business. Okay, and this time big bulk order. So what happened is, I am manufacturing more. If I am manufacturing more, smoke will be more. So what happened is, 10 gallons is not enough for me. I need little more. I went to government and I came and said, dear government, I am running a big factory. I need more. Government came and said, I cannot do that because you are polluting the environment. So what I did is, I went to my friend next factory and I came and said, dear friend, I have to produce more, for which I am emitting more smoke. Fortunately for you, current year business is bad. You could have remitted 10 gallons. You have only remitted only 5 gallons. Which means 5 gallons you have not remitted. 5 gallons of smoke you still have saved. If you give me that 5 gallons of smoke, no, I can complete my business. See, at the end of the day, we both were given 20 gallons. 10. We both were given 10. Atmosphere maximum 20 should go from our factories. No, correct or not correct? Yes. I am telling that I want 15 gallons. He has only used 5 gallons. Overall, it will become 20. Yes or no? Yes, overall it will become 20. Atmosphere changed, not changed? Not changed. Munadi also it was 20, now also it is 20. But the problem is, I was only able to utilize 10. He was only able to utilize 5. Which means he is going to waste 5. Yes or no? He's going to waste 5. I told 10 for the year. He is going to waste that 5. So I went to him and I requested, dear sir, don't waste the 5. I need that 5 because I want to run more factory. I will buy it from you. For that 5 gallons which you could not utilize, I will pay you certain money. You give me the credit. Tomorrow if government comes to me, I will come and show the credit. Sir, from my credit I utilized 10. I bought extra 5 credit from him, so I'm utilizing 15. Which means that person can now only utilize 5. You go and check with him if he has utilized 5 or more than 5. If you have utilized more than 5, he has cheated you. I have not cheated you because I have paid for it. This is called as carbon credit. Carbon credit is selling your credit to someone else. Now, when you are selling your credit to someone else, will you sell it for free or will you make money out of it? I will make money out of it. Income tax comes and says, if you decide to transfer your carbon credit, tax will be 10%. You can directly tax it at 10% without claiming any expenses, any deductions, anything else. If you directly take your carbon credit or money, you can directly tax it at 10% and close the answer. Yes or no? Rahul, why did they introduce this? Very simple. They came and said, boss, if a person is able to sell his carbon credit, it means he is not polluting the environment so much. He is not polluting the environment so much, which means he is helping my environment, not helping my environment. He is helping my environment. So they came and said, if he is helping my environment, let me keep the tax rate low. Let me keep the tax rate low. Let me help him out. Let me help him out. So first item is transfer of carbon credit income. Tax rate is 10%. Tax rate is 10%. Yes or no? Yes or no? Can we go for it? Can we go for it? Last item is called as 115 BBF. 115 BBF. What is this 115 BBF, Rahul? It is saying royalty on patents developed and registered in India. Royalty on patents developed and registered in India. Basically, they are coming and saying, if you are an inventor in India, if you are an inventor in India and you have created a new invention, assuming, let's say for example, today you have decided that India wanted to grow. So there is some person here, he found out how to fly cars. Invention, not an invention. Will he keep that flying car to himself or will he sell it to everyone else? He will give it to everyone else. He'll come and tell everyone, no, how did I make this flying car? Yes or no? Today, if he comes and tells how I'm making the flying car, everyone else will also start making flying car, for which he will charge royalty. He will charge royalty because this is his invention. He will get it registered. Yes or no? So what happened is Rahul has now invented flying cars. Tesla is coming to me and saying, dear Rahul, you have invented how to fly cars. You give me the formula. I'm coming and saying, I invented, I will not give it to you. He said, don't worry, Rahul. For every car which I sell, I will give you 10% royalty. If Tesla is going to give Rahul 10% royalty, India is going to grow, not grow. India is going to grow because India is now proud of the fact that Rahul has invented something. Yes or no? Tomorrow, everyone in the world, India will come and say, Rahul has invented flying cars, which means Rahul has become a big person, small person. Big person. If Rahul is going to become a big person, this royalty which is coming to him, India will like to reduce the tax or will like to increase the tax? Right to reduce the tax. So therefore, they came and said tax at 10%. They have come and said royalty should be registered and developed in India, which means I should sit in India, I should develop in India, I should register in India. If that happens, whatever royalty income which I get from India will be taxable at the rate of 10%. Next, they are coming and saying, Rahul, I am not forcing this on you. This is optional. This is what null? Optional. Why, Rahul, I am not forcing it on you? First of all, I am trying to be proud of you. Assuming that current year I have a loss. Loss will happen because of my expenses. Yes or no? Now, if I am going to tax it at 10%, will I get expenses? No. So they are coming and saying, you have a choice. You try to do as per normal provision. You try to do as per special provision. Which one looks lower to you? You do. Which means this alone is optional. It is not mandatory to be followed. If I find this beneficial, I will use it. If I am not finding it beneficial, I will ignore it. I will do as per normal provision. The condition is very simple. If I do it as per this, I will not get any expense. If I do it as per normal, I will get expense. So you check whether your net revenue as per normal rates is showing lower or your gross revenue as per 10% is showing lower. Whichever is showing beneficial, you claim that off. This is optional. Out of the list which I gave you, this is the only item which is optional. Mandatory, everything else. Let's read it. It says, royalty on patents developed and registered in India at the rate of 10%. Conditions are given to you. First condition, concessional rate is available only to resident persons. It is available only to resident persons who is the true and the first inventor of the invention. Abdina enna artha, Rahul? Let's say McD is having a formula to invent burger. What happened is, you are sitting in India and somehow you got the invention formula. You went and registered in India saying, sir, I also now know how to make burgers. Do you think they'll give you this benefit? No. They'll come and say, already someone invented it off. If someone has to buy, will they buy from McD or will they buy from me? They'll buy from McD because McD is giant. MACD is a giant, so they came and said, Rahul, then you are not helping me in any way. Then you are not helping me in any way. You should be the first person to invent this. You should be the first person to invent this, which means flying cars, you will be the first person. You will be the first person, then only it is mandatory. Then only it is like that. Yes, next, they are coming and saying, at least 75% of the expenditure for developing the patent should be incurred in India. At least 75% of the payment should be incurred in India. For you to create the invention, whatever expenses you incurred, 75% of that should have come from India. 75% should have come from India. Then only we can come and say no. Now, like if you are going to US and all, you are sitting in US, you are creating the invention. Just because you are Indian person, do you think will give you benefit? No. Yes, I'll give you an example. We had a famous person called C.V. Raman. He invented about how does light refract. Why is the blue showing, why is the sea showing blue, and all those things he invented. Now, when he was inventing all those, was he in India or was he in foreign? He was in foreign. In foreign, he was traveling on a sea. That time he saw that light coming to the sea and it is becoming blue. There he invented the fact that it is blue in color because of refraction. So, all experiment and all he did in India or he did in foreign? He did in foreign. Will it be eligible? No. He has to be sitting in India. In India, he should incur the expense. In India, he should find the invention. In India, he should register the patent, and then only he'll get the benefit. Think about it now. Ivlo condition podadukapro, do you think someone will get classified? When you put so many conditions, do you think someone will be able to claim this? No. That is why it is not relevant for exam. It is not relevant for exam because 99% you cannot avail the benefit. 99% you cannot avail the benefit. Next. They are saying opting the concessional rate is optional and should be exercised before your due date of filing return. Before your due date of filing return, it is optional and has to be done before your due date of filing return. Next, if the assessee opts for concessional tax rate but is wishing to opt out of the same in any of the succeeding 5 years, he shall not be eligible to opt in again for a period of 5 years from the date of opting out. They are coming and saying, Rahul, let's not play monkey business. 1 year you will opt, next year you will come out, then you will opt, then you will come out, then you will opt, then you will come out. I don't want. You give me a confirmation. Today, if you opt, I want you to be here for 5 years. If you decide to come out of 5 years, no problem. I will let you come out, but I will never let you take it once again. For another 5 years. 5 years. Next, last one. Royalty taxable under 115 BBF shall not be liable for 115 JB. Which means you don't have to compute MAT on it. What is MAT and everything? When we do MAT chapter, we will discuss. Right now, not relevant. Yes, in simple words, if you are a person who is going to manufacture patents in India, manufacture inventions in India, register the patent in India, incur 75% of the expenditure in India, I am giving you two options. Option number 1, you ignore everything, take the whole royalty, tax at 10%. Option number 2, you claim all your deductions, you claim all your expenses and everything and tax as per normal provision. See which one is beneficial that you can claim off. It is optional for you, but if you choose to come out of this, you cannot come back for 5 years. What is this item called as? Royalty on Indian inventions. Yes, sir. Yes. So, what items have we discussed right now? We have discussed capital gains, casual income, winnings, carbon credits, unexplained income, virtual digital assets. Like I told you, in my books, you will find a table for all this. Let's read the table together. Let's see if it is matching with what we discussed. Okay. We'll see if it is matching with what it discussed. The first item they are coming and asking, can you claim expenditure against the incomes? First heading is capital gains. Can you claim expenditure against capital gains? Yes. Can you claim expenditure against other items? No. Can you claim expenditure against VDA? Yes, you can claim expenditure, but only the investment. Nothing else can be claimed. Next, can the losses be set off against such incomes? Losses for capital gains? Yes. Losses for special incomes? No. Losses for VDAs? No, because I told you VDA is also no loss. Then, can losses be carried forward? If you can set off losses, you can also carry forward losses. So, you can carry forward capital gains. Can you carry forward others? No, why? Because you don't even have the loss. There is no expenses allowed. So, loss will not be there. Can you have VDA loss? No. You cannot have any DDA losses also. Yes or no? Yes or no? Next. Can chapter 6A deduction be claimed? I told you, even for capital gains you cannot claim chapter 6A, because chapter 6A comes and says you can only claim it on Finance Act incomes. You can only claim it on Finance Act incomes. Then can you claim the benefit of basic exemption limit? I told you, if you are having gulab jamun, you can take for Finance Act or you can take for capital gains. You cannot take it for anything else. So you can take it for capital gains, but you cannot take it for others. You cannot take it for others. Yes. Next, is opting optional? Is opting optional for capital gains? No, you mandatory have to pay the tax. VDA is also mandatory. Others are also mandatory except for royalty. Except for royalty, 115 BBF alone you can choose. 115 BBF alone you can choose. Can you claim rebate, Rahul? For capital gains you can claim rebate except for 112A. You can claim rebate except for 112A. For others you can claim rebate, no restriction. For others you can claim rebate, no restriction. Surcharges, Rahul, for capital gains you can only claim up to 15. You will not have a surcharge on capital gains more than 15. For others it will be general rates. For others it will be general rates. But like I clarified to you, if you have any kind of unexplained income, mandatory surcharge of 25. Mandatory surcharge of 25 when you have unexplained income. When you have unexplained income. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Then I told you the golden rules when I started this chapter. When you have a total income should be rounded off to the nearest 10. And tax liable should also be rounded off to the nearest 10. Total income should be rounded off to the nearest 10. Tax payable should also be rounded off to the nearest 10. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. On the bottom what you see is the format. On the bottom what you see is the format. This is basically your golden rules. This is basically your golden rules. The same golden rules I followed. The same golden rules I followed. If you notice, I will start from total income. I will compute my tax. If there is surcharge, then you will add surcharge. If there is rebate, you will reduce rebate. If you have surcharge, you may also have marginal relief. You will find out your tax payable. On this tax payable, you will do health and education cess. On the tax payable, you will do health and education cess, and then you will claim any kind of rebate or relief. You will claim any kind of rebate or relief. You will arrive at your tax payable. On the tax payable, you will reduce your advance tax, TDS, TCS credits and all those things. You will add your late filing fees and your interest. You will arrive at your tax payable. That tax payable is what you need to round off to the nearest 10. That tax payable is what you need to round off to the nearest 10. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, yes, yes. Great. This marks the end of your chapter number 2. This marks the end of your chapter number 2. I'm going to give you a minute. Let me know if you don't understand anything, or we'll do sums today. If there is anything which you don't understand, we'll discuss it once again, or else we'll start with sums. Good enough to do sums? Can we? Pratanya, good enough to do sums? Yes, you had the time to go through the first half of yesterday's class? Alright, no worries. I think in that first 1 hour we did some special new regime only. Okay, so if at all that question comes up, I'll help you out. But right now, apart from that, whatever you discussed, do you understand everything? Can we do some sums around it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yes, I think in chapter number 1 in my question bank, we already completed question number 1, question number 2, question number 3 and question number 4. Yes, we did question number 4. We are moving to question number 5. We're moving to question number 5. The question number 5 comes and says, Mr. Arjun has a total income of 16 lakhs. Mr. Arjun has a total income of 16 lakhs, which is comprising of income from house property and interest on fixed deposits. Income from house property and interest on fixed deposits. First question to you, income from house property, income from fixed deposits. Is there any special logic to those, or both are Finance Act incomes? Do they have any special logic, or are they both Finance Act incomes? They are both Finance Act incomes, which means I have no problem. I have no problem. I can directly do it off. I can directly do it off. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. So I am going to directly do it off. Yes. Let's read the question further. It comes and says that Arjun has a total income of 16 lakhs comprising of income from house property and interest on fixed deposits. He is asking you to compute the tax liability for assessment year 24-25, assuming that the age is 52 years, 64 years, 83 years, assuming that Arjun has exercised the option of shifting out of default tax regime. Shifting out of default tax regime, which means he is going to opt for alternate regime, which means he is going to do tax as per Finance Act. He's going to do tax as per Finance Act. Now we know both tax. We know the tax as per Finance Act. So let's do the question. What is this question? It is question number 5. It is question number 5. Hey, you are also doing the question. You are also doing the question. It is question number 5. Question number 5. Yes, I told you whenever you write a question, please make sure that you write the page numbers also. Please make sure you write the page numbers also. I have a different book, so my page number will be different. You follow your page number. Okay. Yes. Question number 5. The first question they are coming and saying Arjun is having a 16 lakhs worth of income. First scenario he is 52 years. Second scenario he is 64 years. Third scenario he is 83 years. What will we do? We'll do first scenario. First scenario is 52 years. First scenario is 52 years. What is his total income? Ma? His total income is 16 lakhs. I told you the step process. Always ask yourself first of all, if he is rich, poor, middle class. What is this person? This person is middle class. This person is middle class. So I will directly do up to. What is his basic exemption limit? What is the person's basic exemption limit, ma? It is 2 lakh 50. If his basic exemption limit is 2 lakh 50, income is 16 lakhs, which means you can directly do up to 10 lakhs. You can directly do up to 10 lakhs. Up to 10 lakhs tax is 1 lakh 12,500. Very good. 1 lakh 12,500. Balance is 6 lakh. Yes, balance is 6 lakh at the rate of 30%. Number 1 lakh 80,000. 1 lakh 80,000. Total both numbers will become 2 lakh 92,500. 2 lakh 92,500. Since I am middle class. For me, surcharge applicable, not applicable? Not applicable. Rebate applicable, not applicable? Not applicable, which means I can directly do cess. So add health and education cess at the rate of 4%. A number it is 11,700. Total tax will become 3 lakh 4,200. Do I have to round off, Rahul? You don't have to round off. This is case number A. Can we go forward? Yes, case number 2. Case number 2. What is my age? My age is 64 years. If I am 64 years, is the question coming and saying is the person resident or non-resident? Is the question saying whether he is resident or non-resident? No, it doesn't say whether he is resident or non-resident. My assumption is he is resident. If he is resident, he will get a basic exemption limit of 3 lakhs. So which means up to 10 lakhs. Up to 10 lakhs. It will become 1 lakh 10,000. Why, Rahul? Because for the first 3 lakhs it is 0. 3 lakh to 6 lakh it will become 5%, which means 10,000. So therefore up to 10 lakhs it will become 10,000. Balance is 6 lakhs at the rate of 30%. Number is 1 lakh 80,000. 1 lakh 80,000. Therefore number becomes 2 lakh 90,000. Rahul, rich, middle class, poor? I am middle class. Therefore add health and education cess at the rate of 4%. Number 11,600. Therefore my total tax becomes 3 lakh 1,600. 3 lakh 1,600. Yes sir. Scenario number 3. My age is 83 years. My age is 83 years. Well, what if my age is 83 years? My basic exemption limit will become 5 lakhs. So which means up to 10 lakhs. Up to 10 lakhs it now becomes only 1 lakh. It becomes only up to 1 lakh. Why, Rahul? Because for the first 5 lakhs it is 0. 5 lakh to 10 lakh will be 20%. Therefore, it becomes 1 lakh. Balance is 6 lakh at the rate of 30%. Therefore, it is 1 lakh 80,000. It is 1 lakh 80,000. Total becomes 2 lakh 80,000. Total becomes 2 lakh 80,000. I am going to add health and education cess at the rate of 4% number. Sorry, 11,200. Total tax becomes 2 lakh 91,200. Total tax becomes 2 lakh 91,200. Two lakh 91,200. Clear? Can we go for? Can we go for? Yes. All right. Question number 6. Question number 6. They say compute the tax payable of Mr. Abhinav. Yes, ma. We should write provisions, but this is tax payable question. There is no provisions to write. Okay. In these questions and all, you just have slabs, so you cannot come and write slabs and all. Okay. So in these questions, you don't have to write provisions. Other places we will have to write provisions. We will do it. We will do it. Yes. Question number 6. Question number 6. It says you are required to compute the tax payable for Mr. Abhinav. You are required to compute the tax payable for Mr. Abhinav, aged 32 years, who is having the following incomes. Who is having the following incomes. Income number 1, they say interest on fixed deposits with SBI gross 1,10,000. Then interest on savings bank account with SBI, which is 15,000. Then consideration received from VBA 62,000. Cost of acquisition of VBA 21,000. Expenses on transfer of VDA 1,000. Yes, this is what your computation is. Now, tell me, first of all, what we need to do. First of all, what we need to do, we need to find our income statement. We need to find our income statement. So we need to first compute my income. Then only we can compute tax. Then only we can compute tax. So first heading is called as computation of total income. First heading is called as computation of total income of whom? Of Mr. Abhinav. For assessment year 24-25. For assessment year 24-25. First of all, headings are important. Headings are important. You need to tell the examiner as to what you are trying to do. You need to tell the examiner what you are trying to do. So heading is computation of total income of Abhinav for the assessment year 24-25. If you have understood that much, you need to first now find out the income. You need to first find out the income. So I am going to put particulars and amount columns. I am going to put a particulars and then 2 amounts column. And then 2 amounts column. Why, Rahul, 2 amounts column? There are internal adjustments. There are internal adjustments. Let's put out all our numbers. First item is FD money. Interest on FD. Do you have to make any adjustment on interest on FD? Do you have to make any adjustment? No. Therefore, you will directly take 1,10,000. You will directly take 1,10,000. Next. Savings. Next, you will do savings. Our number is 15,000. Number is 15,000. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Next. Next, VDA. Next is VDA. Yes, in inner column, first number is consideration. First number is consideration. Number is 62,000. Remember the capital gains format. What is the format? It is consideration minus expenses for transfer. So minus expense for transfer. Can you claim expenses for transfer, ma? Can you claim expenses for transfer? No, you cannot claim expenses for transfer. Therefore, within bracket, not allowable. Within bracket, not allowable. So number becomes 0. Net consideration is 62,000. Net consideration is 62,000 minus Rahul, cost of acquisition. Minus cost of acquisition. Question says it is 21,000. It is 21,000. Therefore, number becomes 41,000. Number becomes 41,000. Number becomes 41,000. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Now. This total will be called as gross total income. The total will be called as gross total income. 1,10,000 plus 15 plus 41. 1,66,000. Next step is remember the golden rules. Classify into heads. Give the deductions or exemptions. You will arrive at your gross total income. On that gross total income, you have to reduce chapter 6A. You have to reduce chapter 6A. Rahul, is there a chapter 6A in this one? Yes. Less chapter 6A. What is the chapter 6A, Rahul? You have 80 TTA. You have 80 TTA. Rahul, why 80 TTA? Because you have savings income. You have earned an income of 15,000. You can only claim 10,000. You can only claim 10,000. Therefore, your income becomes 1,56,000. Your income becomes 1,56,000. This is your total income. This is your total income. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Now, Rahul, you have to start computing tax. So, I am saying computation of tax. Computation of tax. Yes. Now, understand, if you want to compute a tax, I told you, you need two items. First of all, to find out whether you are rich, poor, or middle class. Next, you need to check whether you have any special incomes or normal incomes. Yes. So, I need to first split my normal income and special income. So, let's put out my normal income first. How much is my normal income, ma? If you notice, excluding my VDA, number was 1,10,000 plus 1,15,000, 1,25,000. On the 1,25,000, we claim 10,000. Because I told you chapter 6A cannot be claimed on special incomes. So therefore, it has become 1,25,000 minus 10,000. Yes or no? Balance is VDA. How much? 41. Balance is VDA, which is 41. Total, and see if it's matching. 1,15,000 plus 41 is 1,56,000. Yes. Now. You have two incomes. One is normal income, one is VDA income. Normal income is 1,15,000. Yes or no? Normal income is 1,15,000. Hey, Rahul, normal income is 1,15,000. Tax on the normal income is 0 because it is less than 2,50,000. Now, question to you, Rahul. 2,50,000 is my basic exemption limit. Finance Act has utilized 1,15,000. Can I use VDA for my balance basic exemption limit? No. Why? Because it is special income. It has to be paid tax. Gulab jamun cannot be given to parents. Which means 41,000 will be taxable at the rate of 30%. Number will become 12,300. Total of that will become 12,300. Since you are poor, you can also claim rebate under section 87A. You can claim rebate under section 87A. Actual tax payable or 12,500, whichever is lower. This is 12,300 versus 12,500, whichever is lower. Therefore 12,300. Therefore 12,300 number will become 0. Number will become 0. So final tax payable is 0. Final tax payable is 0. Yes or no? Yes. Now, one thing which I want to clarify to you is, this is your ICI material. This is your ICI material. In ICI material, what they have done is, they have done the tax as 12,792, where they have ignored rebate. They have ignored rebate. They have directly taken the tax and they have multiplied cess on it. They have multiplied cess on it. They forgot to do rebate. They forgot to do rebate. This is not the right way to do it. This is not the right way to do it. Rebate is eligible on VDA also. Rebate is eligible on VDA also. Rebate is only not eligible on 112A. Everything else is eligible for rebate. So technically, tax payable should be 0. Technically, tax payable should be 0. It is not that this tax payable is not there. It is not there, this tax payable is not there. So this answer is wrong. This answer is wrong. But yes, because it is ICI question, I have put it there. I have put it there. For your preparations of exam, please ensure that you come and say this is not taxable. This is not taxable as you are eligible for rebate. Not taxable as you are eligible for rebate. Yes or no? Yes, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. This answer may be wrong. This answer may be wrong, but you have to give a right answer in exam. I am very sure, because this is a new material, they have done all this nonsense. After some time, they will issue something called as corrigendum. Okay, or 1 month, 2 months later, when the books come to you, in hand, that time students will keep reading it. That time complaints will go to ICI. After that, they will change the answer. After that, they'll change the answer. Right now, this is what the answer is. Tax payable is 0. Tax payable is 0. Don't worry about the answers in the book. Don't worry about the answers in the book. It is as per ICI material. Clear? Yes. What you do is right. What you do is right. Can we do the next one? Yes. Next one. It says, you are required to compute the tax payable by Mr. Siddhant, aged.
One down. That basic exemption limit for VDA we cannot utilize, but for 112 is there.
Yeah, you can do it for 112A.
It is not that for registration, but the capital gains part we can.
That's what I told you. Gulab Jamun is 3 people. Either you can give it to your outsiders, or you can give it to self, or you can give it to parents. Parents you cannot give, not allowed. Okay, so you can give it to either outside, which is Finance Act people, or you can give it to yourself. Yourself is capital gains. So every capital gains can claim it. Okay. Yes, look at the question. It says, you are required to compute the tax payable by Mr. Siddhant, who's aged 24 years and has the following income. Given to you. I am not planning to do the question. I'll just show it to you. It says income from salaries. Yes, you are going to first do what? Always step number 1, identify which one is special and normal. Which one is special and normal? Tell me, income from salary, special or normal? It is normal. So therefore tax rate is slab. Then interest on savings bank account with Axis Bank, 12,000. Before you do this, you have to understand that you have to claim 80 TTA. Yes, so therefore you will have to reduce 10,000 first. So you will reduce 10,000. The amount which comes to you will be taxable at slabs. The amount which you get will be taxable at slabs. Next. Consideration received on transfer of VDA to Mr. Harsh. Consideration received on transfer of VDA to Mr. Harsh. This is VDA. Leave. Cost of acquisition for VDA transferred. What will you do? You will reduce both. So therefore number will become 45,000. This will be taxable at the rate of 30%. Mr. Harsh is employed with ABC Limited on a monthly salary of 50,000. Who's Mr. Harsh? Wherever ala. Now a comedy. Okay, so basically what is happening is in this question there are two people there now. There are two people there now. There is one person called Siddharth, there is other person called Harsh. There is one person called Siddharth, there is other person called Harsh. Siddharth is having income from salaries and income from savings. Siddharth is having income from salaries and income from savings. You know what? Did we see the word Siddharth anywhere else earlier? No, right? Oh, Harsh is the person to whom he sold it. Okay, sorry. Okay, fine. Sorry, my bad. Okay, understand this is the whole income of Siddharth only. This is the whole income of Siddharth only. Harsh is the person to whom this sale is being made. Harsh is the person to whom the sale is being made, which means Harsh is the new owner. Harsh is the new owner. Why are they giving TDS provisions? Okay, not relevant right now. Not relevant right now. You can ignore it off. It says Harsh is employed with ABC Limited on a monthly salary of 50,000 rupees. In addition, he has an interest on savings bank account with Bank of India. He has a savings bank account of Bank of India. Not relevant right now. When we do TDS, we will come back to this. We'll come back to this. Right now, Harsh is whom? Harsh is the owner, new owner. Harsh is the new owner. Siddharth is not bothered. Siddharth is not bothered. Mr. Siddharth has not exercised the option to shift out of 115 BSc. Mr. Siddharth has not exercised the option, which means Mr. Siddharth is going to do 115 BSc. He's going to do 115 BSc. You are required to ignore TDS on income other than VDA. So they are saying there is some TDS and all. We don't know TDS provisions right now, so we will do it after we do TDS. We'll do it after we do TDS. Right now, not relevant. Right now, they are asking you for tax payable. They are asking you for tax payable. What will you do? What will you do? You have to take the incomes. You have to take the incomes. How many incomes do you have? You have 8,40,000 plus 2,000 after considering 80 TTA. Yes or no? Yes or no? But the problem what has happened is this person has now opted for 115 BSc. This person has now opted for 115 BSc. Because this person has opted for 115 BSc, chapter 6A deductions cannot be claimed. Chapter 6A deductions cannot be claimed, which means this 10,000 cannot be claimed anymore. This 10,000 cannot be claimed anymore, which means this 12,000 will be fully taxable. This 12,000 will be fully taxable. So it means now what is your other incomes? Your other income is 8,52,000. Your other income is 8,52,000. Your VDA income is 45,000. Your VDA income is 45,000. Total income becomes 8,97,000. Yes or no? Your total income becomes 8,97,000. Now ask yourself, you are in new regime. You are in new regime, 115 BSc regime. In that rebate is for 7 lakhs. Income is 8,97,000. Are you rich, poor, middle class? Are you rich, poor, middle class? I am middle class. I am middle class, which means I'll do normal tax. I'll do normal tax. How will I do normal tax, Rahul? For the first 3 lakhs, it will be 0. From 3 lakhs to 6 lakhs, it will be 15,000. Then balance is 8,52,000. 8,52,000. This number, 8,52,000 will be taxable at the rate of 10%. Will be taxable at the rate of 10%. You will get 25,200. You will get 25,200. In this 25,200, if you add, the number has become 40,200. 40,200. On this, you will add VDA number. On this, you will add VDA number. What is VDA? 45,000. 45,000 into 30%. 45,000 into 30%. Number will become 13,500. Therefore, total tax is 53,700. 53,700. On this, you will add a cess of 2,148 to arrive at a total tax of 55,848. 55,848. In this question, since there is TDS, after removing TDS, you will round off. After removing TDS, you will round off. Assuming there was no TDS, number would have become 55,850. 55,850. In this also, if you notice, TDS is not there. TDS is not there. Therefore, number has directly become 55,850 directly. 55,850. Clear? Not clear? 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 Yes, this is what the provisions are. Any doubts? No? Can we go forward? Next one. You are required to compute the tax payable by Mr. Raj, whose age 32 years. You are required to compute the tax payable by Mr. Raj, whose age is 32 years and is having the following incomes. If you notice the incomes, first income is business loss. First income is business loss. Business loss is minus 3,18,000. Now, if I have to give you back the provisions of business loss, provisions come and say loss can be set off against any head other than salaries. Any head other than salaries. When we do the chapter, we will come back again, but right now this is the provision. So you can set off this loss against any head other than salaries. Next income is interest on fixed deposit. Interest on fixed deposit. Can you set off business loss against fixed deposit? Yes, because this is other sources. This is other sources. So therefore 18,000 becomes 0. 18,000 becomes 0. Rahul, you have utilized out of 3,18,000, you have utilized 18,000, which means you are left with a loss of 3 lakhs. You are left with a loss of 3 lakhs. Next, they are coming and saying, Rahul, consideration on VDA is 4 lakh 20. Cost of acquisition of VDA is 20, which means total VDA is 4 lakhs. Total VDA is 4 lakhs. My business loss is 3 lakhs. Rahul, can I set off my business loss with VDA loss? Can I set off my business loss with VDA loss? No. You cannot set off your business loss with VDA loss. I told you VDA cannot be adjusted against a loss. VDA cannot be adjusted against a loss, which means business loss will be carried forward. Business loss will be carried forward for the amount of 3 lakhs. For a period of 8 years. For a period of 8 years. So you will carry forward the business loss for a period of 8 years and set off in the future only against business income. Only against business income. For the current year, my income is 4 lakh. Yes or no? For the current year, my income is 4 lakhs. If Rahul, my income is 4 lakhs, question is coming and telling which regime to choose. Yes or no? Is question coming and telling which regime to choose? No. Question is not coming and telling which regime to choose. So you can choose any regime. You can choose any regime. I will prefer new regime. I will prefer new regime. Why, Rahul? Understand, today's income is 4 lakh. Yes or no? Today's income is 4 lakhs. On this 4 lakhs, you will be taxable at the rate of 30%. Rahul, can I set off my VDA against my basic exemption limit? No. So which means VDA fully taxable. VDA fully taxable. 4 lakh into 30% will give you 1,20,000. Yes or no? Yes or no? My tax is 1,20,000. Now question to you, Rahul, is the person eligible for rebate? Is the person eligible for rebate? Yes, because his income is 4 lakhs. His income is 4 lakhs. He can claim rebate both under new regime and old regime. He can claim rebate both under new regime and old regime. Rahul, will I choose new regime or old regime? I will choose new regime because there I will get a rebate of 25,000. Yes or no? If I choose old regime, if I choose Finance Act, I will get 12,500. Which one is better? 25,000 is better. So I will choose 25,000, which means number will become 95,000. Number will become 95,000. If my tax is 95,000, on this I will add health and education cess at the rate of 4% number. $3,800. Total tax becomes 98,800. Total tax becomes 98,800. Sorry. Total tax becomes 98,800. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Again, in this question, once again, they have forgot to do rebate. They have forgot to do rebate. You don't forget to do it. You don't forget to do it. You are eligible for rebate. You are eligible for rebate. So your answer will be different from their answer. In their answer, they have done 1,24,800. You have to do 98,800. You have to do 98,800. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can we go forward? Can we go forward? Yes. What I am going to do is, there is one question which is not there in the book, but just for your practice, I am going to do one full-fledged individual level question. One full-fledged individual level question. If you understand that individual level question, then you can go forward. Okay, we are going to do one full-fledged individual level question before we move to the next chapter. Okay.
So if nothing is mentioned in the question as to which regime,
You have to choose whichever is beneficial.
whatever is beneficial on.
Yes, if you remember the golden rules, Ritanya, if you remember the golden rules, we said step number 9, step number 10, step number 11. Then we said step 12 is what? We said step 12 is step 9 versus step 11, whichever is lower. whichever is lower. So if the question does not give you a regime, you have to decide which regime to opt for. You have to check for it. Okay, yes, what we are going to do is we are going to do this question number 2. We are going to do question number 2. You are going to help me out. Okay, you are going to help me out. It says Mr. Hari is a resident aged 69 years and is given the following income, They are saying the PGBP income is 8 lakh, IFOS income is 2 lakh 688, horse race winning is 5 lakh, STCG 111A is 3 lakh, 112A is 2 lakhs, STCG normal is 6 lakh 3 rupees, LTCG 112 is 9 lakh 1332, unexplained income is 2 lakh 80,000. You are required to compute tax claiming maximum benefits under the law. You are required to compute tax claiming the maximum benefits under the 4 corners of the law, which means they are not telling you which regime to choose for. You need to choose for the regime. Now notice in this question, will the income change because of the regime? Is there any adjustment which can change the regime for you? Which can change the income for you? No. If the income is going to be same in both the regimes, new regime will give you better tax or old regime will give you better tax? New regime will give you lower tax. So therefore, I can right now itself come and say that it is better for me to opt for new regime. Rahul, do I have to really compute both and check? It depends on the marks. If it is a 4-mark question, you will directly do one regime. If it is an 8-mark question or a 6-mark question, you will do both the regimes. In this question, I am assuming it is 4 marks. I will say I only want to do one regime. Which is new regime. Do one thing, copy down the question, then we'll do the answer together. Sorry. Let me know once done. Yes, shall we? Yes. Step number 1, like I told you always, first of all, find out my total income. Step number 1, find out my total income. Total the numbers, get me the number. Find out the total income and get me the number. Total numbers quickly. How much? 39. Okay. So you are telling me the income, the number is 39. Okay. 82,000. 023. $39,80,023. Latanya, confirm to me if it's right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Yes, now this is what your income is. I told you step number 1, always find out your total income. Now, looking at the income, are you rich, poor, middle class? $39,82,023. Rich, poor, middle class. You are a middle class person, which means, will you be liable for rebate? No. Will you be liable for surcharge? No. Both are not there. Both are not there. You are having nothing. Step number 1. Step number 2. Classify your incomes into special and normal. Special and normal. PGBP income, special or normal? Normal, which means slab. IFOS, normal. HP, normal. Horse race winnings, special. Rate is 30%. 1 money, special 15%. 112A, 10% in excess of 1 lakh. 10% in excess of 1 lakh. Then STCG normal, slab. Yes or no? Slab. Yes. Then 112, 20%. Very good. Unexplained income, 60 plus 25 also, no? I told you unexplained income, mandatory surcharge. Unexplained income is mandatory surcharge. Clear? Yes. Now, I have my total income. My total income is 39,82,023. Out of this total income, how much is my special income? Find out. Add the numbers. It is 5 plus 3 plus 2. So, therefore, 8, 10 plus 9,01,332. So, 19,01,332 plus 2,80,000.
$21,00,000,
21 lakh
81,332.
81,332. Now I know my total income is 39,82,023, out of which my special income is 21,81,332. Yes or no? So how much is my normal slab rate income? How much is my normal income? $18 lakh? 1,000 illa? Check the numbers. What is the number? Hmm. 18,000. Okay. 18,00691. Yes, this is what your income is looking like. This is what your income is looking like. Clear? Yes. Now the problem is, what has happened is, at first stage itself, when you found out your total income, which is 39,82,023, there is something wrong with the total income. There is something wrong with the total income. What is wrong with the total income, Rahul? It has to be rounded off. Very good. It has to be rounded off. So what is going to happen? Your 39,82,002 0 is going to become a total income. Yes, in which your special income is going to be 21,81,332. Rahul, can I round off my special income? No. You cannot round off my special income. You can only round off your total income. You can only round off your total income, which means my slab rate income is going to become 18,00,00688. It is going to become 688. Why, Rahul? Notice, no, it was 39,82,023. You reduced to 3 rupees. You reduced to 3 rupees. Can you reduce that 3 rupees from special incomes? No, you can only reduce it from other incomes. You can only reduce it from other incomes. Okay, now you can come and ask me, Rahul, மேல it is 3, then it is 2, கீழே வந்துட்டு 1 ஆகுது. Why can't we reduce 2 from special income and 1 from other income? You can't do that. You can't do that because income tax comes and says that special income is taxable at the rate given. Special income is taxable at the rate given. Only total income can be rounded off. Only total income can be rounded off. So special income you have to take as it is. Special income you have to take as it is. So the provision comes and says where an income has a special income. Where an income has a special income, the special income will be taxable at per the rate given. The special income will be taxable as the rate given, and the balance total income will be taxable as per slab. The balance total income will be taxable as per slab, which means my total income is 39,82,020. In that my special income is 21,81,332, which means balance will be taxable as per slabs. Balance will be taxable as per slabs. You cannot come and tell my other income is 18,00690. Not possible. It has to be 688. That 3 rupees will make an impact because the 3 rupees can make either 10 or it can make it 0. Or it can make it 0. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Clear? Yes. So with this we'll now compute taxes. With this we'll now compute taxes. How will we compute? I'm going to split my page into 2. I'm going to split my page into 2. One page I'm going to call special. One page I'm going to call normal. One page I'm going to call special. One page I'm going to call normal. Help me out with the special income starting from horse race winnings. Starting from horse race winnings, number is 5 lakh into 30%, therefore 1,50,000. Then after horse race winnings, you have STCG 1A. It is 3 lakhs into 15%, therefore 4,45,000. Then LTCG 112A. It was 2 lakhs. In the 2 lakhs, 1 lakh is not taxable. Micha 1 lakh is 10%, therefore 10,000. Therefore 10,000. Then SCCG normal is normal slabs 112. 9,01,332 into 20%. 1,18,000. 80,000. If you have decimals, immediately round off. 266. 266. So this is 112. This is 112. Can we go forward? What other incomes you have? You have unexplained income. You have unexplained income at the rate of 60%. You have unexplained income at the rate of 60%. 2,80,000 into 60% will give you 1,68,000. Rahul, you have a surcharge hold. You have to put it later. You cannot put it right away. Format is important. Yes. Completing the special side, going to the right side. Right side, what is my other income? My other income is 18,688. I am in what regime? I am going to opt for 115 BAC because I told you it is better. Understand, resident is age 69 years, which means old regime also you would have got 3 lakhs. New regime also you would have got 3 lakhs. But the problem is in new regime he will get for the first 15 lakhs only 1,50,000. And old regime he will get more number. So it is better for me to opt for new regime. So normal Puerto Rico, I will first come and say opting for default since beneficial. Yes or no? Opting for default since beneficial. Now if you recall, opting for default you have to do up to 15 lakhs. Number is 1,50,000. Up to 15 lakhs, number is 1,50,000. Balance is how much ma? Balance is 3,688 at the rate of 30%. Balance is 3,688 at the rate of 30%. Number is 3,688 at the rate of 30%. Number is 90,206. 90,206. Yes. Now I have both the numbers. I can total. Get me the total. 1,50,000 plus 45 plus 10 plus 1,80,266 plus 1,68. Four lakh 18,266 right side. 2,40,206. 240,206. Yes. Next step is, I know that I am middle class, so there is no surcharge. I know that I am middle class, there is no surcharge except for one item called as unexplained. So therefore add surcharge at the rate of 25% on what? What number? On, very good. It is on 1,68,000. It is on 1,68,000. Rahul, my total unexplained income money was something else. No, I should do it on that. No, surcharge is always on tax. So 1,68,000 into 25% number is 40,000. 42,000. Okay. Oh, 42,000 exactly. Okay, great. 42,000. Add the both numbers. It will become 4,60,266. Now Rahul, left side is also liable for cess, right side is also liable for cess. So what you can do, you can add both the numbers. Add both these numbers. 7,00,000,472. Yes, this is your basic tax now. This is your basic tax. Add cess, health and education cess at the rate of 4%. 7,472,000 into 4%. 28019. 28019. Total the number. $7,28,491. 7,28,491. Can I leave the answer here, Rahul? No, I have to round off. Therefore, it becomes 7,28,490. 7,28,490. This is how you need to do a question. This question basically helped you solve all the kind of adjustments which can be there for special incomes. Okay, special incomes order, motta adjustments we have taken care of. See if you understand. Note it down quickly if you have not noted down. Yes, ma.
To the question itself, like determining whether which regime is beneficial, how do we have that?
Yeah, that's what. So, I don't know. Are you aware about the new regime slabs, Tanya?
I'm little bit at 0 to 3, 3 to 6.
Perfect. Okay. Now notice the question. Now, what is the question happening? There is a person called Mr. Hari. Okay. Now, Mr. Hari is age 69 years. Okay. Now, if his age is 69 years, in old regime also he will get a basic exemption limit of 3 lakhs. In new regime also he will get 3 lakhs. Right. But if you notice, in old regime, what will happen for the balance? After 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs, it will be 10%, 20%, 5%. After 5 lakhs, it will be till 10 lakhs, it will be 20%. Correct. Whereas in new regime, what will happen? 3 to 6 lakhs, he'll get 5%, 6 to 9, he'll get 10%. And then 9 to 12, he'll get 15% and all those things. If you notice, no matter how hard you try, new regime income tax itself will be lower. which means the rate in income tax in new regime will come lower or higher? It will come lower. So which is beneficial for you to choose for lower? Yes. In a case where your income is different, in old regime the income is different than the new regime. In that case, you will have to compute both and check. In that case, when you have to compute both and check, but normally if the income is same in both the regimes, new regime will always do better.
Okay, same in the sense without any deduction.
Exactly. So in this question, what is happening? My total income is remaining the same, 39,82,023. Is it going to change in old regime? No. Is it going to change in new regime? No, which means the answer will remain the same. Okay. In a scenario where assuming it was given that 39,82,023 is as per old regime and as per new regime it is 50 lakhs. In that case, you'll have to do both as per old regime and new regime and then check which one is smaller. Okay. But in a normal scenario where the income is same, the new regime will always show better answer for you. Okay, that's what when you do, I think yesterday when we were doing questions, we have also done questions like that where we had different incomes for different regimes. In that, if you notice, you will find that answer properly. Okay.
And also total income only we generally decide whether this rebate is applicable, the charge is applicable.
Yes, obviously, always.
And it should be the computed income, the final income after all salary.
That is only when it is called total income then. You cannot call it a total income unless it's the final number on which you're going to compute tax. It has to be step number 8 in your golden rules. If it is step number 8, then only you can compute tax, otherwise you cannot compute taxes. Alright. Yes, just make a note quickly. Done. We will stop for today. We are done with the class. Okay. You can, if you notice, I'm actually using the question paper of ICA. Yes, answer sheet of ICA. This is how you have to write more generally. Okay. I'm not telling you that my handwriting is very, very good and all, but this is how the format is. Okay. If you notice, I'm never touching the right side. Never touching the right side, never touching the left side. Keep the format intact. And leave some enough spaces. Okay. When a person reads your paper, the person should understand what the hell are you writing. Okay, don't over cramp yourself also. If you notice, every time I write a question, I will leave enough lines. Unless and until it's sequential. I leave enough lines so that the person, what you're writing, makes sense out of it. Okay. If you have a poor handwriting, if you don't have a legible handwriting and all, space leaving will always give you the better answer. Okay, you leave more spaces, at least it'll be more legible to read. That's what the idea is. Don't save pages and all. ICI is not bothered about saving pages. They're enough taking money out of you. Okay, so keep it very clean, keep it very intact so that you're always good enough with it. Okay, this one small mistake of your handwriting can cause a problem in your marks, so let's not do that. Okay, but keeping that aside, we are done with what is chapter number 2. Somewhere in the hindsight, I also completed special tax regime also yesterday for you. Okay, so we are kind of done with special tax regime also. Some small intricacies are there which we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, so tomorrow's class we will try to discuss and understand the extra part of special tax regime, and then I have an extra question paper for you. There we will do company taxation. Right now we were only doing individual taxation. Tomorrow's class we will do company taxation so that you can understand what happens in that also. Okay, so for tomorrow my request would be, please prepare your chapter number 2 fully and come. We will also discuss parallelly special tax regime, and then we will complete chapter number 3 also, moving on to PGBP. Yes or no? Yes. Awesome. I am done for today. Tomorrow you have a holiday, Ritanya. Okay, Monday is a leave for you, is it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Nalika leave, I mean, work leave, week leave. Okay, we'll do the same process, Ritanya. What we'll do is we'll start at 7 and we'll go till 10. If at all I don't have a further class, then I will request you if we can have some more time also. Okay, but we'll start at 7 and we'll go till 10. Okay, yeah. All right. Thank you, people. Have a good day.